believers.
Bliss.
But the S is all dollar signs. Oh my with the super duper pants.
Bliss.
S is all dollar signs. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So,
Like
before
that.
we start the next episode, let me...
And 7-Ups are what they call the prison guards.
Great, just like Oz, bringing it back to Oz.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in some guests for the next episode.
Yes, plural.
They are co-creators of the TBS and now HBOmax show Search Party.
HBOmax.
What? Sarah Violet Bliss, Charles Rogers.
Oh my god!
Hello.
Look at everybody.
Welcome.
Hi, George.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Charles. I'm a huge fan of Search Party. I can't wait to see the new seasons.
Oh my god. What an honor.
I mean, the two of you are co-creators. Can you imagine how difficult it would be to create an entire universe all on your own?
Well, yeah. I mean, Search Party, you went with this sort of process when I made Indiana Jones with my buddy Steve. It's fun to tell stories with your friends sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of resources. We shoot it all. We have a ranch, and we shoot it all there. And the budget for each episode is $200 million.
It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it. Otherwise you get too much interference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want a single note.
No. Yeah.
Let's start this episode, and then we can chat a little bit about Search Party. Here we go. So we're doing season 5, episode 7, the sum of the parts.
And we started. Okay.
I'm going to start it right now. So 1, 2, 3.
We're all on HBO Max. You guys are on HBO Max. In addition to having a show on HBO Max, you have the. It's very exciting.
We're getting paid to do this.
This is part of your...
This is part of the launch of season 3.
Yeah. Every time I click play on something in HBO Max, I get $4 million.
Here, Charles, turn down your sound and put on your closed captions. That's a good deal that you have, Charles, though. $12 million.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Do you guys have the merchandising rights for Search Party, or does who owns?
Hasbro.
Hasbro.
But you must have gotten like a good licensing deal with them, right? I mean, that's what George sold off to Connor, who then got bought by Hasbro. But that money's funneling right back into the pocket.
We got a better deal with Six Flags.
Is Mr. Six going to be in season 3 or 4?
That's a surprise.
He is Mr. Six.
Oh, good. Okay.
The thing that's very exciting, because it's been so long since season 2, that I started to wonder whether seasons 3 and 4 were going to be prequels. Do they take place before or after seasons 1 and 2? Because I thought, it's been years. That means they want to go back and tell the story of these characters from the beginning. I thought that's why they're doing it. They're waiting for the technology to catch up. Or are these sequel seasons or prequel seasons?
They're all children.
I mean, even the first season is really a lot like Star Wars in the sense that it happened a long, long time ago.
Right. Do you do any tinkering with because for a lot of people now who maybe didn't enjoy the first 2 seasons, or by enjoy I mean they didn't see them, not people who didn't enjoy them, but people who didn't see them on TBS who might be discovering the show for the first time on HBOmax, are these the original cuts, or did you go back in and change anything?
There's nothing's changed, right? I don't think anything has changed. No.
No, but these are the extended cuts,
Special editions. These are the versions that you'd go on the TBS website and you'd watch, and there'd be additional content. These are special editions. Sell it. You have to sell the sizzle. Sell the sizzle, not the steak.
Yeah, and then we went back and we just we CGI'd John Reynolds throughout all of it, so he just has a little bit more of a patina.
You had to make him shorter and skinnier, right?
Yeah, he wasn't skinny enough.
Well, also, I believe you had to pull a Brandon Rouse. You had to erase his Stranger Things mustache a lot of the time, right?
Yeah, because some of that's just footage from Stranger Things.
Yes. Your show is mostly you sort of buy pre-existing footage of actors you like in other things, and then sort of re-edit and write new scripts around, like, to make sense of, like, why is, like, maybe Bluth talking to the junior cop from Stranger Things and the dummy from the original Dummy. Like, it's all, you're sort of trying to work it in retroactively, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a share screen of the IMDb website, and we just click around, and we hope it works out narratively.
Trying to match off of the genius of other.
Yes.
It does seem like you guys have so many great actors on the show. Like just the percentage of actors, even like hypothetically in this stream, if there were 5 great actors, you would have had 4 of them on the show.
Yeah.
And there's like one missing that hasn't been on the show, and I just feel like, I don't know, if there's another season, you write.
But you're talking about hypotheticals here.
Hypothetical.
Everyone is pursuing an acting career, which is not the case. Like, I don't think people who are not actors, hypothetically speaking, should be angry about not being hired to act.
I don't know. I just think if there's a chance.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I feel like Watto doesn't get angry about the fact that he has 0 Michelin stars because I'm not fucking trying. Like, that's not something I'm angling for. I don't wait for the title. Like, when are they gonna throw me 1 or 2 even?
Have you guys ever met anyone who isn't an actor? I don't know if I ever have.
No, I mean, I haven't. I live in a very privileged bubble. I mean, I don't like talking to people in sort of, I was going to say flyover states, but really, I mean, flyover industries, any other type of career that is unimportant to me.
I do want to point out Roy from The Office is in this episode.
Oh, bad news.
Fiance, yeah.
Oh my God.
Not the older doctor, him, yeah.
That makes him much older, I think, than I realized he was.
What is it, 2000 right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
This show. Oh, also, did I just zoom in? It feels like they transitioned from the last episode, because I just watched the previous episode. They transitioned from 4:3 to 16:9.
Oh, it's still 4:3 for me.
Oh, maybe I just messed up my
No, it sounds like you've enhanced it. Maybe you're getting. Maybe you pressed a button. There's secret high definition new transfers of ARLIS that you're getting that no one else is getting.
No, it was just I double clicked my Apple remote.
You Simpsons it. You made The Simpsons on Disney.
Reverse Simpsons, yes.
Now,
George, are you excited about Disney reopening? Sorry, are you excited about Disney reopening?
I mean, I want people to go to the Star Wars rides and enjoy those things, but I'm more focused on my getting my museum in Los Angeles ready, my museum of narrative art, which is we're still working hard to get that open the next. What's going to be the next year or two? We'll probably have to push that back a little bit, but we're Have you heard about the museum I'm opening in LA?
I have not.
No. Mona, you get narrative art.
Mona, yeah. Oh, I'm going to get sued because it's too close to Moana. Yeah, no,
Really,
it's all art. It's all art that
really
tells
got
stories.
Sarah Violet. You cracked her shit. Look at it. That was a full body blow, George.
Well, but I got a lot of Norman Rockwell paintings that are just waiting for people to come in and see them. I got Flash Gordon posters. I got all kinds of stuff for people to come in and see.
It's exciting.
Yeah. But
Makes
you know, I'm just a fan of Disney Star Wars at this point. I'm no longer really. They invite me every now and then to come take a look at something and say hello. But you know, I'm just an audience member. I'm as connected to Star Wars at this point as I am to Search Party. I'm just waiting to see what the next story is going to be. I'm just an audience member.
Much like Search Party, George at this point is only a fan who has no financial stake and could not benefit from people watching the show now that it's on HBOmax. There are no episodes that would help provide George Lucas with residuals. And Galaxy's Edge is the same thing. He has no financial stake.
Right.
Yeah. Now I do want to ask, because you obviously you've got a great cast, a great central cast that is the constant throughout, but you also you have a lot of fun cameos and guest stars and sort of supporting characters that build out the larger universe, which that's very important. You know, like for every Luke Skywalker, for every Princess Leia, for every Darth Vader, you want to have your Greedos, you want to have your Ugnaughts, you want to have, you want to build the world. So you're not just looking at these heroes and villains. You believe in the universe because of these smaller characters. Now, sometimes you'll have a character that will come in for maybe one big episode, maybe a couple little episodes, and then they'll be featured in a big episode, and then you'll never see that character again. And then there'll be other characters that will come in for a little bit, then they'll go away, and then they'll keep coming back. What dictates that? What determines that?
Can I make a guess?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling, like, if you're talking about two characters, like neither one are regular on the show, right? But two characters that have like sort of like featured roles, and one of them only appears for a finite amount, and the other one keeps on coming back in like dribs and drabs. I would assume that the one that keeps coming back is because you're like, I feel like we haven't really gotten there yet. We need to keep on fighting to see if there's something there. And if someone hasn't appeared for 2 seasons, it's like, you can't improve on this. Like, this is such a high watermark. Why even like dare run the risk of messing up the perfection? That would be my understanding.
Or could it be that the person that you featured really prominently maybe moved on to his own series and wasn't available, whereas the other person was like, I'm available anytime that you ask.
I would think that
all you have to do is ask.
You know, I think at the end of the day, like there's an old Elliot Kazan quote that says,
disgraced genius filmmaker testified against the House of Un-American Activities.
Not a big fan of his films, but I love his decisions that he made in his personal life.
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's just an acquaintance, really.
Yes.
Right.
But you know, he used to say there are leads and there are not leads. You know, and I think that's just that's where I draw the line. Really, is that there's the leads, and those are some of my best friends, and then there's the people that aren't the leads, and they're kind of wayfair. There's a reason, a season, and a lifetime, and who knows why they appear as much as they do.
You're almost saying that if someone's a lead on the show, they are one of your best friends. But beyond that, if someone is on the show but in a smaller role, you maybe like them less than even a person who wasn't on the show to begin with. Like I
like a good waiter at a restaurant. You know, am I gonna remember that face tomorrow? No, but I'm glad I got to drink some water.
Right.
And if there's people who are not on the show at all, that would be lower than the waiter, I'm assuming.
Or there could be like, you might feel obligated to have them on the show because maybe like their father was like a professor or something.
Sure, like that's a factor, or like the person was in their first film where there was like not really any money being exchanged, so there's like a sense of guilt of like, I guess we have to pay this, in some kind of way, like not even financially, but just like it's like a good faith measure.
Yeah,
Right.
It's like
because Search Party pays very well. It pays all of it very, very well. So there'd be no hard feelings about the past after that.
No, absolutely not. No.
And then you might also have another actor because they helped you find a book once, and it was just a really, really sweet, special experience.
Right. Wow, I have no memory of that.
I kind of pushed it more than it happened, just to like have something to say.
Right. Now, when you you are in the unique position of most TV shows. Like right now, most TV shows are like, oh no, what are we going to do? We don't know how to make more seasons. And you are in the rare position of being maybe one of the only shows, certainly the only one I'm aware of, who already has 2 seasons. You're ahead of the curve in a way that the rest of the industry is panicking. They're trying to figure out how can we ever make another season. And you guys are like, well, we already made 2 seasons. And we just got them in our back pocket. Are you guys sitting pretty right now?
Well, I mean,
waited for a long time. I mean, it's weird because like it didn't come out for 2.5 years, and that was frustrating and weird. And then now the world can't make new TV shows, but we have 2 seasons. So it's just like, who could have
You look like geniuses now. You look like you've gone from looking like the biggest fools in Hollywood. Why can't they finish these seasons? To the biggest geniuses in Hollywood. You went from being perhaps a laughing stock. Why can't they release their seasons? To being like, oh, they brilliantly held their seasons back until a worldwide pandemic crippled show business, and then said, now we have 2 seasons.
I'm sorry,
And
I'm confused. I'd like to clarify something quickly. The 2 of you created multiple seasons, 2 seasons of a TV show in totality that were sitting on a shelf in order for a streaming service to allow them to finally be seen. You had to wait about 2 years and change to release, 20 episodes?
Basically, I mean, season 4, it hasn't been announced when it's going to come out yet. Okay. But yeah, basically.
God, I can't imagine how frustrating that is. That's the worst scenario I could ever imagine, except what if George Lucas produced 39 episodes, 3 entire seasons of a TV show that he's been waiting a decade to release? This is 100% fucking real. George Lucas self-financed 3 seasons of an animated TV series that when Disney bought Lucasfilm, they got ownership of, and they have never released it. They refused to put it on Disney Plus.
They search part. They pulled a search party before we knew such a thing existed.
Search party.
It was the original search party. But
because it's where are the episodes? That's the search party.
Send a search party on the episodes.
What is it? It's Big Mouth? What is it?
What's it
called?
No.
Big Mouth wishes it was this.
It's very funny. It's a comedy.
Yeah. It's called Star Wars Detours.
Yes.
And I would say it probably is like the Big Mouth of Star Wars is.
It is. A lot of the characters you know and love are little kids now. Like little kid Boba Fett and Leia and Luke and Admiral Akbar. And they
None of this is a bit. All of this is real.
Wow.
All of this is real. Now, they won't release it until the 39th minute of every hour. That's why I'm bringing this up, because it's coming up. 39th minute of every hour, we tell people to tweet at Disney Plus, #May Detours be with you, to release the original 39. Additionally, this week, because George and I have obviously seen the episodes. We've seen them. We worked on them. We have them saved on our hard drives. So I've been saying for everyone who donates over $100, I am hand drawing an image of something that happens in an episode of Star Wars.
Wow.
Signing it and we'll send it out. Here's the new drawing I'm about to debut. This is Chewbacca with a Bandito disguise, drinking a Slurpee, a bag of chips. This is an Imperial officer talking to George Lucas. These are real things that happen on real episodes of a show that's never been released. I'm about to premiere the 4th drawing that I just finished. It's little Princess Leia wearing aviator sunglasses in her bedroom with an Imperial droid that is applying makeup to her face.
It's very
I
cool.
want to do that.
Wow.
That's
Real
impressive.
shit.
So
what can you tell us about? Because I know that a big part of Search Party is the element of surprise, and I don't know anything about. I truly don't know anything about what happens in seasons 3 and 4. I'm assuming you can't say anything about 4. That's so far down the line. But what are the things that what can you say about season 3 before it comes out, or is it entirely a mystery to be? Oh, I know. I have a question. This is a very practical question. Will the whole season appear at once, or will it be unveiled a week at a time, or something like that, when season 3 comes out?
It's all appearing at, I think Charles froze. It's all appearing at once, right, Charles?
Yes. I don't know if they've announced that, but yeah, it's gonna all appear at once. Yeah.
Is that did we just get an exclusive? That's the first exclusive, and then Charles is gone. Charles drops an exclusive, and then he's gone. That is, wow. I don't know if that's a huge betrayal, Sarah.
I don't know.
You're a co-creator of the show to drop that kind of news and then vanish. Wow.
I'm gonna do that. If you want any more breaking news, just ask me. I'll do it, and then I'll just leave and then come back.
I got to tell you, I was so impressed with that was like Harry Houdini level showmanship. Like, they'll all be released at once and then vanish. Well, because that will be, I think that will be maybe new territory, because HBO typically does the episode at a time model. But maybe that's not the case with an HBOmax original series.
I think they're finding that binging is working. I think that's because
they released like all 80 episodes of the new Looney Tunes at once. So they're your what do you call it? Not label mates. What are they?
Label
what
mates.
Do they call it?
They're
label mates. So you now Dory and all these characters, they're your label mates with like the Looney Tunes gang. How does that feel?
There actually was like a post. Sorry, am I interrupting everyone?
No, you're not.
No.
Go ahead. I know.
Okay, sorry.
I know how excited you are about this.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. They posted from the HBOmax platform that Sylvester, like every Looney Tunes cartoon, picked their favorite HBOmax show, and Sylvester's was Search Party. And Sylvester was my favorite. I had a crush on Sylvester as a kid,
Right.
and I was just like over the moon. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Right.
It's huge.
And that's a big compliment, because he can barely say the title.
First
Because
part.
he's a speech impediment.
First part.
Yeah. Because if he was trying to avoid it, he could have picked, what's the show that you could say that avoids any sibilant S? No, can't be Arliff.
The Sopranos.
But what are the, anyway, to back to that question, what are some things what are you allowed to say about season 3 of Search Party, or what's the tease for it?
It's a legal thriller, trial of the century. Trailer is going to drop soon, so keep your eyes open for that.
Very exciting.
Yeah, and it's kind of the Amanda Noxy. It's kind of like the whole world is watching, and they're these like despicable, privileged hipsters. So, and there's just a lot of themes that, thank goodness, have stayed relevant since we wrote it back in 1991.
You always do very. There's always both season 1 and season 2 had very striking promotional art in the campaigns that were covers of old sort of like Nancy Drew style, and then last season had this very kind of Saul Bass, Hitchcock sort of style. Is there going to be any? Can we look forward to a new promotional campaign like that?
Well, tomorrow or soon. I'm not sure when actually.
Let's say tomorrow. Let's just say tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
And that'll be another exclusive that we got here on the charity live stream.
Yeah. But John Grisham, that's your answer.
Whoa.
For real?
Yeah, like the client posters.
The firm, yeah.
Thriller 90s, but
Pelican Brief.
But this painter we work with, Sam Hadley, he does a lot of the Criterion Collection. Like if you've seen any of those like new painted posters for Criterion movies, he does all of those. He's so good, and so it's kind of like John Grisham-y, but painted and like in the tone of the past few posters.
Oh,
they're
great.
really nice. It's good.
Yeah.
How many new costumes does Elliot have in season 3?
3,000.
I think he's your most merchandise friendly character because you can't just buy one Elliot. You have a different action figure for every look.
He's your Queen Amidala. Yes.
Yes, he very much is the Amidala.
Did Amidala have a lot of wardrobe change?
She was the Elliot of Phantom Menace. That's what we used to say on set. We said she's a real Elliot.
Typically, I'm driven by the narrative. The storytelling is the priority, but we reached a point with Amidala where I thought that the outfits are the story. There doesn't need to be a reason for her to change clothes. It's just the camera moved away for a second, and she has a new outfit.
Right. I can't remember. Is it Clueless or is it The Phantom Menace where the girl has the computer where she can make her outfits up in her closet? It's The Phantom Menace?
I understand the confusion. That happens in Clueless, but we also had that computer in the office on Phantom Menace. So we used the computer in making the film.
Oh, that's right. It was a making of that I got. Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
That's
but
right.
it was in Clueless, and then George said we should buy that computer.
Should buy that tech. We need that tech.
Yeah. Well, smart.
Now, you guys have also, I saw in the trades, you guys are working on a horror movie. Just today, we had Ryan Miller from Guster, and his child was on the stream, and his child was not a fan of Star Wars because they said it was too scary. How scary is your film going to be? Is it going to be funny scary?
Yeah. It's going to be funny, and then it's going to be scary.
Yeah.
Will it go back to being funny, or once it's scary, will it stay scary?
I think it'll stay scary, but then it'll be like, it's not going to be like when it's scary, it's not going to be like funny stupid. It's not going to be like scary stupid. When it's scary, it'll be scary. It's not going to be like, oh, it's funny that it's scary.
Yeah, it's not spoofy scary. It's not like you're laughing at that's great.
It's kind of John Landis-y, like it's kind of 80s, like maybe a little like fun scary.
Right.
You guys don't have any helicopters in your movie though, right?
Yeah, don't kill anyone. I mean, I've worked with John. I was in Beverly Hills Cop 3. I played the man who gets I'm waiting to go on the roller coaster and someone cuts him on and I say, "Hey." So I've worked with John.
Yeah, sure.
And lived to tell about it. When are you going to start filming that? Because now no one can make movies anymore.
It's a great question. We're writing it now. We're knee deep in writing.
Time.
Yeah, we have time, and we have to cast, and But yeah, I don't know. Maybe ideally, like
just do all CGI characters. That's the easiest way, and it's that no one can get COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, maybe we'll just send you an email about how to do that if you want to. Maybe you have a PDF or something you could send us.
Yeah, send me a PDF.
Okay, I'll send you a PDF to ask you to send me a PDF. Okay.
Send me a PDF.
Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah. Did the show, what do you think happened in it?
In the list, a lot of things. I mean, they made a great deal in this past episode.
Oh, they did.
He made a great sports deal. I realize we've been talking a lot. We've been talking a lot about Search Party and about your projects. Do you have? I'm impressed by. Do you when you look forward to future projects? Are there a lot of different like, would you ever want to do a science fiction film?
Mm-hmm.
Is that on the wish list?
Like a dystopian, like Brazil type of movie.
Yeah. What's the film that you think you'd want to make that you don't think will ever be possible to
George, I'm sorry, let me say one thing very quickly, George. This is very important. I really have to say this. When I'm in the mood for a dystopian Brazil type movie, I turn on the news. If I'm feeling like watching a satire about society collapsing, I look out my motherfucking window.
Amen, Watto.
He really brings it.
If I'm looking for to watch a clown perform, I watch a presidential address.
What?
He doesn't hold back. He doesn't hold back.
Let's start episode 8.
All right, episode 8.
All right.
Honoring our past. Now, it's interesting because Star Wars episode 8 says, let the past die, kill it if you have to. But episode 8 of season 5 of ARLI says we should honor the past, in direct contradiction. So all those incels who hated The Last Jedi should tune into this episode of ARLI.
The stormtroopers are on the planet Endor, and they've set up a water slide, and they're both shirtless but still wearing their helmets, and one's cheering on the other one going down a slide. These are real things from a TV show that has never and maybe will never be released.
Okay, we'll start in 1, 2, 3.
Should we set up, because we're raising money today for the Black TV and Film Collective. And I wonder, what's our next stretch goal, Patrick?
Let me see where we're at right now. We are at 1672.48.
And what's our next?
Let's see what the next stretch goal is. We got a while, so George, let's. Oh, you got to put on your jacket, George, and you got to get. Oh, this is good timing.
I got to do what?
You got to get hyped.
Oh, all right. I apologize in advance for this.
Charles and Sarah Violet, sometimes George comes off a little low energy, so we say that if we hit a certain amount of fundraising, he would have to get hyped for a little bit. George, how much?
I want to say it's so hot in Marin County.
Marin? Yeah, George is in California.
Yeah. All right. It's hot in Marin County, as if I feel like I'm in the Midwest. That's how hot it is in Marin County right now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure quite how this is going to work.
Okay.
All right. I have a banana.
Oh.
None of what I'm about to do is planned. I just brought things that were close. And I have tapioca. So, hold on. You know what? I'm going to get cool for this. I'm going to make this cool.
Oh my God, George. Oh, boy.
Wow.
All right.
This is hype.
George, this is gross.
And this is to raise money.
Yeah. This is so we'll get some more donations.
I think you can raise money this way.
George, what are you doing? Oh no. Oh no. You'll notice, Charles and Sarah Violet, sometimes when George eats stuff, his beard seems to get younger.
Wow. I can see why.
He eats a pudding in Benjamin Buttons.
But just the beard.
Yeah. Yeah, just the beard. Oh my god.
It's good for
It was,
what?
it was just air.
Wow.
All right.
Are you okay?
You feel
George?
better?
I'm hyped now. Where'd WATTO go?
He had to go to the bathroom. It might take a second.
That's
You
good
seem
pudding.
hyped.
I am hyped now. Now I'm very excited. Now I'm at a different level of energy because I'm full with. I've got potassium and a little bit of sugar-free tapioca pudding.
Yeah. You got that aspartame hit.
Yeah. So, it's a jolt. It's a jolt. I want to get into a car and drive very fast around a speedway. Like that's the feeling I have.
Oh, we got a Michael Horse in this episode.
Michael Horse from Twin Peaks.
From Twin Peaks.
Makes me so sad. I asked David Lynch to direct Return of the Jedi, and he said no because he didn't like the idea of Ewoks. And I said please, and then he did Dune, and Dune is fine, but it's no Return of the Jedi. And I just always think about what it would have been like to have David Lynch direct Return of the Jedi.
I think everything happens for a reason. I'll say that.
I know, but that people say that, but sometimes things happen for very bad reasons that I hate.
Now this was Robert told me that this was one of the standout episodes of the season. The summary is: when a boxing client enlists in the army, Arliss reconnects with an old buddy. Stanley attempts to get a football team to change its offensive Native American mascot.
Yeah,
Wow,
I was going
and
to
here we
say,
are in 2020, and that still is an issue.
Yeah, actually very depressing that this is a topical episode about the thing that has not been resolved at all 20 years later.
Right. Nothing is more American and sadder than episodes about racism that remain evergreen.
Right. I mean, this is literally the plot of a Kimmy Schmidt episode in the year 2017.
Yeah.
Kimmy Schmidt. Now, there's a show that occasionally casts people in small roles.
Yeah, but also sometimes didn't cast people in a way where I was like, it feels like there's certain people who are in the pool of like New York comedy, like character actors who like have no quote whatsoever, like truly have no quote and are very available. They just sometimes didn't use. I don't know.
But sometimes, WATTO, the thing you're missing is like there are actors who literally don't even have a quote. You know, they're so low that they're quoteless.
That's what
and
I'm
maybe
saying.
Sometimes they pull from that poll.
I'm saying that the actors I'm speaking of also don't have a quote. That is a misconception. Sometimes that people don't even offer them like an audition because they think they're priced out, and in reality, like absolutely not. Like bargain basement, everything must go. We'll pay to be on camera. Hypothetically.
Of course, these are all hypothetical.
Charles and Sarah Violet, who is someone that you guys would want to have on Search Party that you have not had on yet?
And don't say Patrick. It's the last thing.
This was not a.
He's not an actor. He's not an actor. Give an honest answer. Don't suck up to him. He doesn't need any more encouragement.
There's a lot of people. We've gone out to Catherine O'Hara like 9 times to be in the show. Yeah. She's always summering in her cottage.
She's like always. It's always like, no, she likes to summer.
Yeah. You should have offered to film her with a drone over her property. She did a photo shoot recently where they filmed it with a drone. You should have said, we'll do your scenes. We'll fly a drone over your backyard. You just shout the lines up.
Just bothing her.
If she lies on if you get her to lie down on if you mail her like a green slip and slide and say, just spread this out in your backyard and lie on the ground, it'll look like she's standing, and you put her in the scenes. It's the easiest fix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm joking, but also this is a real thing that could happen.
Yeah, that's how you got Amy Sedaris to be in The Mandalorian.
Well, wow. I have nothing to do with The Mandalorian, really. That's a Disney thing. But I did visit the set, and yes, I do agree. I do in a way I did do that because it wouldn't have happened without me.
Yeah.
George,
So the bigger picture, that is how I made it happen.
Could you get us Harrison Ford? Could you help us with that?
I mean, the way to get Harrison in something is just trick him into crashing his plane into wherever you're filming.
I was going to say, it's like, film a scene outdoors, do an exterior, and then put up a bunch of signs that say, do not land a plane here. And I guarantee you Harrison Ford will at least do an under 5.
We're just trying to go finger all these actors into.
Look, here's the thing. Harrison, I guarantee you, will crash on camera, get out of the cockpit, and go, I didn't break any laws. Like, you'll at least get him saying that.
Yeah. There's two kinds of signs you need to put up. You need to put up signs saying, big signs that say, do not land, no planes, etc.
Absolutely.
And then other signs saying, we are filming on this airfield.
Yes.
And the kind of things you put in a public place so that strangers can't ruin your shoot. That they're consenting to be in it.
Maybe put a lot of stray marijuana on set too, like enough that he can see it from an elevated height.
Mm-hmm. Or a sign that says you could go borrow a page from one of your Looney Tune label mates. Put up a sign that says, like, instead of free bird seed, like free earring. And he'll think, oh, a free earring. He'll crash his plane, get that free earring.
Yeah,
singular.
Free fly, like a drive-through that's like a flyby, helicopter flyby, but for Botox.
Yeah.
And if you put up maybe a sign, if there's a specific line you want him to say, like a line of dialogue, maybe put up a sign that says that, and he might say it like befuddled, like it doesn't make sense. He might read it out loud, like, what's this mean,
Dog on grass.
Yeah. If you could write one line of dialogue for Harrison Ford on an episode of Search Party, what do you think it would be? What would you have him say?
I think, welcome to Search Party. They would just open the show.
Yeah. Welcome to Search Party.
I honestly
say Sabrina.
If you had Harrison Ford saying previously on Search Party,
that's good. And Sarah, you're saying like, oh, that's a lot of signs. Can we pay for that many signs? The guy usually costs like $15 to $20 million a movie. Right. If you're spending like $400 on some signs, you're getting a bargain.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I do believe we live in a world where if we put the idea out there, we can get Harrison Ford to say previously on Search Party.
I think it's perfect timing now that it's on HBOmax. There's going to be no previously ons, so I think more than ever, it's the time to get him to say that.
No previously ons. No previously ons.
I don't think so. I don't think there will be. I think that he could say previously on Search Party, and then you watch a new episode, and the whole time you think maybe this is from before, but it's just
this is all a previously on. This is a half.
They should set it so that I really want, if anyone out there, I mean, obviously I know Harrison, but I've already asked him to do so much. It feels like this would just be a bridge too far. I can't do it.
It's a good question. I think Han probably does say Search and Party.
Yeah.
That's a line that's like, what is this, a party?
And you could probably cobble previously out of 4 different things that have those sounds.
If anyone in the chat wants to do this, please do it and send it to us.
Yes.
It also doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be in a Star Wars movie. He could have said. He could have said in 6 Days, 7 Nights, I have a prenuptial agreement. You got the pre. He could have said in Regarding Henry. Oh no, he plays a German submarine commander in K-19 the Widowmaker. So he probably says like, "We must go down in the submarine." And you get that V from the German we. So you got your pre-V. Us.
He definitely says us.
There's got to be. Us is an easy one. There's got to be some like Star Wars is about us. There's got to be a line. We must have written. Somebody who said that.
Yeah.
And then Lee. There's got to be something.
That's the one you can't think of something for, George.
Can't. I'm trying to think if there's because there's no character named Lee in Star Wars, unfortunately. Oh, Leia. So get the Lee out of Princess Leia. Leia. So it'll be previous Leia on Search Party. Are you okay with that? If it's previous Leia on Search Party?
That works.
Previous Leia?
Yeah, I think it's good.
You can live with that? You can live with that?
But what if you get him to say partay? So what if he says previous Leia on
Search
Search
Partay?
Partay?
Search Party. Yeah. Previously on Search
I feel
Party.
like, and here's the thing, I don't think you guys even need to have a practical
Hang on,
use for
I
this
wanna
in the
point out what's
show.
going on screen.
Yes, this is crazy.
believe-
Right now on this episode of Our List, Michael Boatman is watching footage of blackface, minstrel cartoons,
Yeah.
and crying and realizing the insensitivity of this sports team's mascot. Right, that's the plot point here.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I also want to say, for someone that you should have on the show, I'm going to throw this out there, but I'd love it if you could make the promise to us that if there is another season of Search Party, you write a role for Arliss Michaels himself, Bobby Robert Wool.
Robert Wool, have you seen the movie Shirley?
I have not.
He has a very good two-scene role as a creep in the movie Shirley. Bobby Wool is ready to show up and stretch himself as an actor.
Or Michael Boatman would be good on Search
Michael
Party.
Boatman be great on Search Party.
Doesn't it feel like Robert Wool would have had some sort of Jeffrey Jones moment?
Hey,
Being
that's my best friend you're talking about.
Okay, sorry.
He's in Batman,
Yes,
Robert Wool.
Flashdance. He's
Good guy, friend of the show, on every week.
on every week. He comes on here every week and talks to us for about an hour.
Yeah, he doesn't have time to get into any misbehavior. He's
Yes.
always on our show.
He's always on our live stream. There's no time for him to break any rules.
But to get back to getting cobbling together Harrison Ford saying previously on Search Party, whether you have a practical use in promoting the show, I feel like someone could put that into some kind of dance remix that could become very popular in clubs, where the sample you keep hearing is Harrison Ford saying previously on Search Party, and once the clubs open up again post COVID, that could be another little cultural moment that helps boost the profile of the show.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I invite anyone and everyone to make that, and we'll hook it up with Hasbro.
I mean, it'd be great if anyone did it, but if everyone did it, that would truly feel like a uniting moment.
You want everyone to cut that together?
I mean, it would solve a lot of problems if everyone was focused on that. It would mean that we were truly united as a people. Even though at the end of it, we might feel like we have too many of these. I feel like it would be a better world.
So you want everyone to do the dance remix
Yeah.
and be played at clubs of the same song?
I'm just saying this: if every person on Earth spent the next week making a Harrison Ford Search Party dance remix, at least at the end of that week, we all have that in common. So whatever our differences, whatever problems existed before that week, you could talk about that. You could say, well, I did one too. Oh, let me hear yours. And it really would be a unified. So really, it stands to reason that the more people do it, the better a place the world will be.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that logic makes sense. I don't know if it's that I'm 8 episodes into this 5-week thing.
That could be the collective thing that we're all going through.
Patrick,
Why not do it?
off-topic question. How many drawings do I need to do in total?
I would get working on 10-ish.
Great. Really?
Do we have a stretch goal?
$1,000?
Let me look. Hang on one sec. Let me count how
Did
many.
we raise $1,000 just from the drawings?
Let me count how many we've got.
Okay, because what's our total right now?
We have, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Because-
we have 8.
Okay.
Because honestly, if we just raise $1,000 off of the drawings, then we need to rethink these watchathons and just open up a drawing store that WATTO can work out.
We need a little caricature stand on the boardwalk. How much are we up to in total?
We are up to 1772.48.
Okay.
At 1776, I will take off this jacket in honor of the of the I don't know. It's so hot.
Founding fathers who never did anything wrong.
No, I wasn't going to honor them. It's a bad moment to do that, I think.
That's what you said.
Maybe something else probably happened in 1776.
Yeah, well, whatever else happened, I'll do it. Whatever else happened that year that was
Maybe
good.
some kind of like snack got invented that year.
Oh man, can you imagine how disappointing it must have been to invent that snack and just be like, oh, no one's paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
I invent the Fig Newton, and everyone just talks about these founding fathers.
Oh, in March, the restrictions on the cereal trade in Sweden were lifted.
What were the restrictions?
I don't know. My dinner's here, so I have to go grab it. But I'll tell you about it in a second.
A classic nap trick.
Patrick Connor likes two things: taking naps and getting his dinner, and that's why he has the nickname Snack Trick Nap Snore.
Huh.
What if he came back with like a full like feast, like a beautiful?
He probably will.
Yeah,
probably will.
These are two things I know about Patrick. His snaps are multi-courses, and his naps all last at least 9 hours.
So sleep.
On Search Party, do you guys have visual effects? Do you ever have to do VFX?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, little things like the first time in the first season, there was something where Christine Taylor had a soda stream and the waters like were at different levels from the takes, and it like blew our minds that you could just like VFX the water to always be at a like it was just like no, you can't. It was like we were like VFX orphans that like got shown like porridge for the first time.
Wait, I like this line of questioning.
The bubbles.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You would never know was VFX is the VFX that we.
So can you tell us some other things like that? Like what are invisible visual effects, incredibly normal visual effects in Search Party that most people would not know? Glasses?
When because you're supposed to wear like the glasses that don't reflect, but every now and then for some reason glasses that do reflect sneak in, and they have to like take the reflection off. So that happens.
You guys, I'll tell you a pet peeve that I have is, and you'll see this sometimes, and I wonder if you've ever had to do it in TV and movies when people pull up and they're driving with just their driver's side window rolled down.
Mm-hmm.
Something that no one does in real life. No one just drives around with one window rolled down, but they'll do it to avoid the camera reflection.
Right. Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
I've never noticed that, but I'll look out for it now.
Yeah, Jason Bateman in Ozark, he pulls up at one point. He's got like a window rolled down. And then he leaves the car with the window rolled down. People don't do that either because they get stuff out of your car.
Yeah. Well, and then this is obvious, but like, you know, like Golden Girls or something where it's like, why don't you just have a chair? Like, so that you have 4 seats to the table. Why do you always have to there's never the chair that would block, like everyone has to like be proscenium around the table. And it's like,
right.
You should obviously buy a chair for that table.
Yeah.
And it will always be 3 people sitting at the table, and then one person has to like sit on a bar stool.
Right.
It's just
and that took you out of it. It took you out of it. It took you out of it. And what are some other now when you do a VFX thing like that, does it ever occur to you that what you're doing was made possible by Attack of the Clones? Or by the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles?
No, I should be thinking that though. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not just. I'm just curious whether or not it occurs to you that those effects were developed specifically when I decided to make a TV series of Young Indiana Jones Chronicles as a way to figure out how to do digital effects cheaply, because that was a show where sometimes you'd have to show like the Belgian army, but of course on a network TV budget in the early 1990s. We couldn't afford to hire hundreds of extras the way we could if we were making a proper Indiana Jones movie. Mm-hmm. So we would have 8 actors in the Belgian uniforms march, and then we figured out a way to duplicate them so it looked like there were hundreds of people marching. And we figured out how to do it very cheaply. And I think pretty much almost any digital effects that exist now sort of stem from the work that we were doing on that show, which I don't know, did you ever see that show? It was like Indiana Jones as a kid, but it was also more educational than entertaining.
Right.
I know that I've seen it. It's in my unconscious, but I can't say that could ever tell you. It's a little mixed up with like Johnny Quest in my mind, to be honest.
It starred one of the two Boondock Saints as Indiana Jones, who was also Powder in the movie Powder. And it's exactly like those Indiana Jones movies you love, except no action scenes and a lot of really long, dry history lessons.
I have a question. Did Powder make money?
Yes.
It did?
Yes. It was a film released by the Walt Disney Company that made money about a magical boy that was directed by a convicted pedophile.
Who?
He had gotten out of jail, and then Disney gave him money to make a movie about a boy who has magical powers that can only be conveyed through touching.
What?
Is Powder on Disney Plus?
This is Robert Wool.
This is not Robert Wool. He's my best friend.
No.
I know you people. You like making your jokes and your funny subversive TV shows.
I didn't know you guys are so close. I'm sorry.
I talk to him once a week.
Charles, this is not a bit. Watto talks to Robert for at least an hour for the last 5 weeks.
Like more than Watto talks to most of his close friends at this point. Look up Powder. Look up the Powder Wikipedia. It's quite.
I'm looking it up on Disney. I'm trying to open my Disney Plus.
I
got
don't think
a lot of windows open right now. I'll tell you.
Powder being about a boy. I thought Powder was about a man.
A young man.
He's young. He's a high schooler. Yes, he's underage. The film was a financial success, but critical reviews were mixed, and the film's release dogged with controversy due to Salva's prior conviction for child sex abuse.
Oh.
Wow. Victor Salva?
Victor Salva.
There's a lot to think about.
Not entirely off topic. When can I take this jacket off?
17
Jeepers Creepers.
Yes. He directed all of the Jeepers Creepers.
George, you cannot take it off yet. We have not gotten $2.
We need $2?
Yeah, we need $2.
How do I donate? I'll do it, and then you can take it off.
Here, there you go. There's the.
Thank God for the bit thing, right?
Yeah, thank God for the bit.
Hold on. I want to look and see if anyone. Here's what I'll do. Is $2 the stretch goal for
We're at
for me
right
taking
now,
off this jacket?
Right now we're at like $17.74, and we need $2 more.
$2.
All right. Oh wow. So we've only made $4 in the past whatever.
Yeah, we got a lot.
I'm going to see how many. I'm going to see how many quotes there are from the movie Powder on IMDb, and if there are some good ones, I'll act them out for $2.
I believe the owner of the baseball team.
Yeah, I was about to bring this up.
Just woke up with the severed head of the Native American mascot in his bed, covered in red paint.
It's a parody of the scene from The Godfather, where the movie producer has the horse head in the bed. Yeah. Except this is the head of a statue of a racist mascot that they've covered in red paint, and he's.
Can I ask a question? Like in 3 words, can you explain the tone of Arliss to me? I don't think I've got it from what I've seen.
Take off your jacket first, and then you can explain.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to explain. I have the 3 words. I'll give you my 3, and then George can give his 3.
Okay.
Very, very funny.
Okay.
You want to take a shot at this, George?
Larry Sanders Sports.
Oh, really?
Business, money, baseballs.
Business tone, money tone, baseball tone.
Yeah.
When I was watching like a tiny snippet of it, I was like, there's weirdly a little bit of Sex and the City vibes to it.
Yeah, they were paired with Sex and the City. They were like in the same hour. It It was like the Sex and the
they were-
City Arliss comedy dramedy hour.
Yeah.
And Bobby said that to us, that they premiered before Sex and the City, and then Sex and the City premiered was such a big hit and would air before them that they said we have to adjust the tone of our show to be more of a piece with Sex and the City so we can retain their audience.
They said originally when the show started, Bobby said that the audience was 74% male in the first season. And by the end of season 7, their audience was over 50% female. So they had shifted the demographic of who was watching the show. And a lot of that was, I think, the way that they wrote for the Sandra Oh character. They just, she became more of a focus. And the show became, I think it started off as one thing. Also, I noticed in this season, I don't know if this was always true, the Arliss website, arliss.com is listed, I think.
I don't remember seeing that in the past.
Yeah.
All right. We'll start episode 9. We should give Charles and Sarah Violet Arliss names.
Arliss names? Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's start this episode. You ready? 1,
Let's start this episode.
2, 3.
Wow,
All right,
perfectly.
this is episode 9, A Breed Apart.
I guess I didn't know that Arliss was good, if that's what you're saying. I thought in my mind, it's like TV. It's not good.
Charles, that's not what we're saying. Arliss is not good. It's great.
Sorry. Wow.
So explain to them what this is, guys.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
when
George,
we did a thing. We've been giving people Arliss names, and in the show's title and in all the advertising promotion, Arliss is spelled with $2 instead of S's. Still pronounced Arliss, but spelled with money symbols because he's a sports agent. He does a lot of business deals. So we started giving people Arliss names, and we would use currency symbols to replace letters, but also sports emojis. And then a fan developed this. We were doing it by hand. We were doing it the old-fashioned way, sweating it out with pen and paper, trying to write these Arliss names. And then a fan of these live streams for charity developed this website, arliss.me, where you can type in a name and you can make it more of an Arliss name. And you can, just like how HBOmax is HBO to the max, you can adjust the level of how businessy, how sportsy, and how Arliss-y your Arliss name is.
Wow.
So you have the power.
This. Someone had to make this website and code it.
I have to get my charger because my battery's about to die.
Okay.
All right.
That's
This
so
is exciting. This is exciting. This is some action. Oh! I thought the camera was going to move while she got the charger.
Oh, it died.
No, I took her off. Okay, so what should we do for Charles?
All right.
George, WATTO?
I'm sorry.
How businessy, on a scale of 1 to 4, 4 being the most, 1 being the least, how businessy are you?
Well, George, we might be getting ahead of ourselves here. I mean, I know this is kind of wild and unprecedented, but I think maybe we should click the more Arliss button.
All right. I trust your judgment. Let's go for it.
Okay, so that already makes a huge difference.
All right.
It does make. How would I say it?
It's still pronounced Charles Rogers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The Arliss is silent. The Arliss is silent.
The Arliss is silent.
Silent.
We don't say the $signs out loud when we talk about Arliss. We don't call him ARLI money.
Right. Money.
Although that would be a fun nickname for people to call him.
So out of business, Charles, 1 to 4, what would you say you are for business?
3. Sadly.
Here we go.
And
1,
show business is a
2,
business.
3.
Whoa. You guys,
All right.
this is huge.
Now
Now, how
sports.
sportsy.
Now sports.
I think it stays just where it is.
Okay.
Ooh, no one's ever done that. That's great.
All business.
Hypothetically, should we see what it looks like all maxed out? HBO maxed out?
Yeah.
HBO Max and then bring it back to what he
and
wants.
scale it back.
Wow, an emoji.
Well, this is
There we
right.
go.
Sports
That's your
company.
maximum Arliss name.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I like the filing cabinet for an H. I would like to find a way to do that in real life.
That's a good one. That's a good name.
Thank
Really
you so much.
good.
I feel so honored.
And I like your
Sometimes
honesty. And some people are zero sports. There's
Yeah.
no shame in that.
True.
I mean,
True.
you know what? You know what I realized today though is I have incredible reflexes,
So there's that.
but they're not applicable to sports. It's
Sure.
just in life-threatening situations or when I'm about to spill something.
Yes.
What was Charles's Arliss name?
Oh,
Very
it
Let's
was-
show it.
Let's put it up there. Let's put that name up there.
It's going to be a shock because we saw it happen, but you're just going to throw right into the deep end here. That's it. That's the name there.
Oh wow.
You zoom in on it. That's his Arliss name.
it's
Oh,
pretty
but
good.
that's not Mac. That's what I really am.
That's
Yeah.
the real. Yes.
That's the true
That's
Arliss
real.
name.
So let's do.
As people have different.
Yes.
Now this might be the first. This might be the first time that
Wow.
we've ever had a hyphen in a name going into an Arliss name. I'm very curious to see what happens to that hyphen.
But also,
And what
this-
else do we have? We
this
have a name that ends with lists.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh.
going to be a It's you were born to have an Arliss name, Sarah.
We're born at this moment.
all right, George and Watto, what do you want?
I think first of all, we gotta make it more
have to
Arliss.
make it more Arliss.
No, we don't do this every time. This is really
We
special.
don't do this every time. This is special.
More Arliss.
Wow.
It's funny.
Wow.
It's funny that they weren't tempted to put an R into the Bliss.
No.
Yeah.
They just kept it clean.
It's cleaner.
But we could, I mean, we could manually make it our Bliss if we wanted to. That is a thing we could do. No, I'm saying the
our-
other.
R
I'm
Bliss.
saying
Oh.
our Bliss.
Yeah.
This Bliss.
Capitalize that A though. Capitalize that A.
But it changes it.
Oh, that's a problem.
Our bliss.
Okay, so we might have to stick with that for the time being.
No. Okay, so Sarah Violet, out of money, 1 to 4, how much business are you? Give me a 1 to 4.
How much business am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 being the most business. Like if you're like I'm the most business, you'd be a 4.
I'm a 2.
Like 2.
Well, you got the
Alright.
money monster in there.
You got a little money
Ooh.
left.
Little money monster. No one would have predicted that.
Okay. Now
Now how sports are you?
I'm like I would say a 6.
so
Oh.
you're maxing
Wow.
out.
We're
Ooh,
gonna max it out.
that's wait, out of what?
Out of 4.
Oh,
Out of 4.
No, you're off the charts.
You broke the Arliss machine.
Casual.
That was the most. That is. We've been doing these live streams for I don't know how many hours, and it's by far the most confident thing any person has said. How
You are
sports are you? I'm a 6.
You're the single most athletic person we have had on this show.
in the world.
It's not even close. It's not even
6 out of
close.
4.
It's the most athletic person in the whole world.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
You're the one person. You're the one person alive Michael Jordan is afraid to compete against. You challenge Michael Jordan, he goes, "Nah, I'm good. I'll sit this one out."
yeah.
Oh.
Sandra Oh looks so cute.
You're good.
Every-
This is a big thing. Her outfits in this show are unbelievable.
Yeah, the idea of a crossover between Rita and Elliot would be extraordinary because she is the Elliot of this show. Every costume that she wears is a showstopper.
I've talked about this in previous weeks, but the thing they do with Rita, which I feel like shows do not do even with fashionable characters, is she has so many different pairs of glasses.
Mhm.
Like her glasses change to match her outfit, and then her eyeshadow will match her glasses.
Wow. That's mental illness.
Out of control drip. That's what that is.
Wait, somebody tell me, Robert Wool for real, like, what was he second
Bobby,
city?
please call him
Like,
Bobby. He's our good friend.
Bobby. So Bobby Wool, okay, Batman, obviously, but like, what? Like, Second City, like, he has like Dan Aykroyd,
Stand up.
Canada
Stand
vibe.
up.
Is that
Stand
what he?
up.
Stand up.
He was a
like a
stand-up.
comedy
I didn't
store guy,
know.
but he studied drama in college. So he's one of those stand-ups who had an acting background first, then became a stand-up and was a joke writer. He used to be Billy Crystal's only writer on the Oscars. Billy didn't have a room writing the Oscars. It was Bobby. That was it. But when he started getting acting roles in films and they were like, oh, we're hiring a stand-up, he'll improvise some funny jokes, they realized this guy takes acting seriously. He's got that background.
I do want to say that I wish that this Rhode Island Red was CGI. I'm very distracted by the fact that this is a costume. I know it's a mascot, but I think this would look much better if it was pure digital.
Sure.
But he had the 80s run of like Flashdance, Batman, Bull Durham. And then this was him saying like HBO, I'm gonna make my own thing. Like I want to be the author. So he did 80 episodes of this, and since then he's just been doing stand-up and he'll make appearances in other films. But this is his magnum opus.
He's in Good Burger.
He's in Good Burger.
Yeah.
Was he?
Is he okay? Is he okay now? Does he still have his money? Is he
great?
Yes, he's doing great.
He is. Good.
He's Charles, if someone donates $25 to this stream, he will mail them a personalized headshot.
That's
for charity.
Yeah.
We were like, what should it be? $100? Watto's fucking drawings cost $100. And Bobby was like, I don't know, make it 25. I want people to get it. I want people to donate.
I'm sorry, I was saying jokes about him earlier. I didn't know what I was saying.
Guy.
That's
Good
what
guy.
you
No,
got.
it's
Well,
fine.
this is the thing. Your show you do a take no prisoners brand of comedy. You're not afraid to go to the dark places of the human heart, and so your comedy requires that you have to go to those places.
Yes.
Or you wouldn't be able to do the kind of work that you do. You know.
And that's Bobby would get it too. That's his career. He's cut from a similar cloth. But,
Excuse me. The mascot just made a great pun.
What did he say?
He
I looked
said
away for a second.
Feather Locklear. Like a
Not
bird.
Feather.
Feather.
I mean, Charles and SV, you're saying like, I'm sorry, I had no idea all these things about Bobby. I didn't know these things either 6 weeks ago, and now he's my #1 closest friend in the world.
It should have been
Watto and
Feather
Robert Wool.
Feather Clucklear. Feather Clucklear.
Stronger.
Feather Cucklear.
Yeah.
George?
What? Yeah, because I was cuckolded?
Yeah.
I get it.
Do you know about this? Do you know this story?
No.
George,
I know
share
Alright.
this story.
he has a really impressive wife. I know that.
Yes.
What? Yes. Yes.
His current-
This was with a different impressive wife.
Both why I've only been married to impressive people. But my first marriage ended in a cuckolding.
Really?
I was the man who designed the stained glass window at Skywalker Ranch. My first wife took up with him, and I have never taken down the stained glass. It's still there.
I want to just underline this once again. He hired the man to install a piece of stained glass art in his home.
Beautiful stained glass.
His wife had sex with that man and left
me.
George for him.
But
And
this
George has kept it in his home for years.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
For decades,
Gorgeous.
this has remained. He sees this all the time.
Wow.
I could replace it. I could replace it as easily as Disney Plus could release all 39 episodes of Detours, and yet I do not.
He does it because he likes the feeling.
And I
of
won't.
the shit.
I don't. I'm not even going to speculate as to why I would not replace that stained glass. I know that most people would hear that story and they would think you could replace that, get new stained glass, and yet I don't. I keep it there. Fascinating. I'm fascinating.
I mean,
Classic.
honestly,
Classic.
that's the issue with like being on a, no offense, but like with like just being on a ranch. It's like your wife probably hadn't met another person in like 3 months.
Yeah.
And that's like, this is why like I don't know. Said, like,
Charles,
like,
Maybe
if
they
you
do that because you want to say, like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like I'm
Right.
big. I can separate the art from the artist. That's what George
Right.
would say.
right, that's what I say. That's what I say.
I can separate the art from the artist.
You have to separate the art from the artist. I look up.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll stare up at that stained glass, and I'll just say that over and over again. You have to separate the art from the artist. You have to separate the art
Right.
from the artist. You have to
You
separate.
walk
the
by
artist.
it every day and you just go, I like this. I like
I
this
like-
as a piece of art, and I don't care that the person who made it fucked my wife.
I don't care. Sometimes I'll act out the scene from Raging Bull with the stained glass. The what? You fuck my wife? You fuck my wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, the classic scene from my friend Marty's film.
But the stained glass it didn't fuck me up, just so you know.
I know. I'm not going to invite the guy back to do the scene with him, Charles. Don't nitpick. We do what we have to do to try to get healthy.
Right. You said a lot about separating the art.
It's a stand-in. I know.
Stained glass.
Charles, I know.
Wife.
Charles, have you ever known pain?
Yes, George.
All right, that's what we're talking about here.
All right.
We're talking. Yeah.
Okay. Agreement.
That's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, my life's good. My life's great. It's everybody goes through hard stuff, and that's fine. You know, and you know, I re-edited. Yeah.
Are you looking at it now?
No, it's inside. It's
Okay.
not here on the screen porch.
George, did you have it completely replaced, but it just looks exactly the same?
Could
Maybe.
I could. I don't. It's
No,
the
maybe
same.
you did.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
No way.
But as
No
you
way.
were saying, George's current wife was one of the
Melody
youngest
Hobson.
people to make the Fortune 500. She was the chief financial officer at DreamWorks Animation. She's a very, very successful woman.
George, people in the comments are bringing up a good point that Jake LaMotta did take up comedy towards the end of his life. So they're
That's
wondering
right.
if you're just reenacting the entire film Raging Bull.
Yeah. The life of George Lucas, including his later years hosting an alt comedy midnight show at UCB East, is pretty beat for beat the plot of Raging Bull.
And you, George Lucas, were a lot skinnier in your younger years. By the end, you sort of bulked up to a later Jake LaMotta weight.
You were kind of cute.
George!
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 Thank you.
You weren't like.
Well,
a
he used the
big-
past. He used the past tense.
Wow.
Don't be careful. If you say I'm a snack, Patrick will try to eat me.
I don't use words like that.
What words do you use? Because that's the thing. I hear people say that a lot about people like, oh, he's a snack. What's some slang that you like, Charles? For terms of affection or endearment or attraction or the person's appealing, what would you say?
Hot. That's all. That's all. Realistically, I just say hot. I don't have any fun
Hot.
words. Yeah.
One
That's
T,
okay.
2 T's, 3 T's. How many T's you
How
put
many
on that?
T's? How many T's?
Oh, it's spelled Arliss.
Wonderful, but pronounced hot. That's great.
Pronounced loud. Yes. Yes. What about Sarah Violet? Do you have some favorite terms, slang terms to refer to a snack?
Wait.
A snack like a cutie.
An attractive person. I'm sorry. I'm loading it in with
Or
slang.
and this is for you, Charles. Well, do you have terms to refer to a snack in terms of snack food as well?
That's also a good question.
Yeah.
I say an attractive. When I'm talking about a snack, I say an attractive person.
I'm
Yeah.
the naughty goddess.
Charles, how is that spelled?
Arliss.
Oh, okay, great.
What did
So,
you
like,
say,
if
Sarah?
I said I'm the naughty goddess just because I'm watching Arliss, and so I'm learning the new terms up here.
But that's a good term to call an attractive person. You're like,
Oh,
man,
he's
he's a
naughty.
real
He's a
goddess.
naughty goddess.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Charles, you're at the craft services table saying, "Oh man, I really want to eat that Arliss," and it's a pack of Ritz Bits crackers.
Yeah, no, I say like this is a really attractive community, and I'm
Yes.
just looking at like 6 crackers.
This bread, yes.
Marty will
Now,
tell silence.
To give a little bit more context and to be fair, and I'll just quote from the Brian J. Jones biography of me, because I think that it feels safer for me to say than to try to talk from the heart. I'll just quote the unauthorized biography of me. My first wife had complained that I was sexually unimaginative.
Really?
Yeah, which I guess
Who wrote
I use my imagination to make up Star Wars movies and Indiana Jones and
you
THX 1138, a dystopian thriller about a society in which sex is forbidden.
Who wrote this autobiography?
Brian J. Jones,
Past guest on
friend
the
of the
show.
show.
Can I just say, I truly have lost count of how many times I have heard George tell people my wife called me sexually unimaginative, and still every single time I'm unprepared for it.
Right.
Well,
because I'm known for being imaginative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kirby's having a lot of fun right now.
This is the kinkiest episode of ARLIS we've had yet.
Well, this is very imaginative.
I think this is a reference to the Chuck Jones short subject "What's Opera Doc," which is also available on HBOmax under the Looney Tunes Classic section.
Wow. Someone in the comments, RBB 5085, says Kirby is very sexually imaginative.
Kirby Carlisle is.
How are the new Looney Tunes? Are they good?
You know what? I think they're very good.
That's good.
There was some headlines this week about how Elmer Fudd does not use a gun anymore, which is what I briefly had some success with my buddy Steve getting the FBI to not use guns when they went after aliens. Instead, they would race after them with walkie-talkies. And then eventually Steve was like, I'm going to go back to how it was because, and this is a fair point, the FBI do actually have guns and do use them differently than they would use walkie-talkies.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what I've seen of the new Looney Tunes, I think they're really doing some nice work.
I'll say it's easily the best Looney Tunes stuff that anyone has done in probably 30 to 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the old Looney Tunes in that you can tell the animators have a hand in writing them because the jokes are so based around the physicality.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good. It's good shit. Watto gives it a good shit stamp.
Nice.
I should watch some of it. Not to be like promoting HBOmax, but there's some good stuff on HBOmax.
Sarah, I thought you were about to say not to be a naughty goddess, but there's some good stuff on HBOmax.
Naughty goddess, but
you know,
I think that's
Looney Tunes.
Sorry.
It's amazing, and the Turner Classic Movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And speaking of birds, there's a lot of Alan Partridge on HBOmax.
Hey, George, what is the stretch goal to watch What's Opera Doc after we watch this season of ARLIS?
What are we at now?
Let me refresh. Oh, wow. We got money coming in, guys.
How many drawings am I up to now?
I think it's about the same.
Okay, good. Because I'm working on number 6 right now.
We are at
number 6.
Boy,
Number 6. That's Sarah's sports level.
We're at a good year, guys. 1917.
6 out of 4.
6 out of 4.
I'll never forget that. As long as I live, I'll never forget the time that you were asked what your sports level was, and you delivered a Han Solo level of confidence.
So we were at 1917-48, George.
At 2000. At 2000.
Oh, wow,
we'll what?
You just want to watch it. You just want to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that long, so the stretch goal has to be reasonable. And I want to see us cross the 2000 threshold.
Me too.
Now, is this including people who have donated and they're sending you receipts, or is this people who just donated directly?
That has not really been the case this time around, but yes, that is including that.
Because I always like it when the show is able to give so the people that we're raising can be aware of it.
You like when the donation says from the George Lucas talk show. That's what you like.
That's what I like. I think that's fun.
Should we tell Charles and Sarah Violet what we're hopefully will be doing before this is over?
Yes, let's tell them.
A few weeks ago, we did the Museum of Moving Image in Queens. We did a fundraiser for them. We raised $1,300, but then we realized if we raise $2,500, we can get our name on a plaque there on a chair. So We're gonna do it hopefully in a few weeks, unless the world catches on fire.
I think that they are going to get George Lucas's name on a flag.
It has been approved. It has been
George Lucas talk show,
and that has been approved by people at the museum. So
I just really like the idea of some people going to the Museum of the Moving Image and saying like, "Oh, the George Lucas talk show," because not everyone's aware that George Lucas has a talk show.
Yeah.
And
I think
it'd be really fun to live in a world where people see that and they're like, "I didn't know about that."
Yeah.
Oh, a chicken is singing. A chicken is singing.
yeah. Wow.
It's the Reggie the Rooster theme song. Is Reggie the Rooster a song that was written for? It says that cock can rock. This is very Howard the Duck.
I'm gonna say I think we won't know unless we can ask Bobby at some point.
Is Reggie the Rooster a song that was written specifically for Arliss?
That's the question.
Am I living in Tenet? That's what I just said.
I just keep thinking it. And the lyrics are buck, 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 buck. This is a very Howard the Duck. Like the Howard the Duck song is very close to that. It says that cock can rock. Which did either of you see Howard the Duck? Do you like Marvel movies?
A long time ago, yes.
You like Marvel movies?
No.
No.
That's a Marvel movie. That's a Marvel movie. It's the first Marvel movie.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, Howard the Duck.
It's the only Marvel movie you like because it's the only one that George made.
Right.
okay.
And in the song that Howard the Duck, and throughout the whole movie, it's a very naughty film with a lot of adult sexual jokes.
Yeah. Very imaginative sexually.
I was trying my best because that was post-divorce, and I was like, I gotta step it up. What if a duck made love to a human woman? That'll show her. That'll show her. Wait till she sees this. Wait till she sees this movie. I genuinely am just now realizing why I made that movie.
Yes, probably.
I'm just now realizing this is such a breakthrough that the reason that I made Howard the Duck immediately after my divorce was to prove that I was sexually imaginative.
Yes. You could imagine a pantsless duck fucking Leia Thompson.
I think that might be true.
Oh God.
Oh, George. George.
2020 divorce.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, God.
We all make movies for wrong reasons.
Is that true?
Very true.
Everyone does.
Why'd you guys make Fort Tilden? What was the wrong reason?
Yeah, what's the wrong reason for Fort Tilden?
We got paid to make it by Halliburton.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
That was a money play, that movie. You can tell. That's a paycheck.
It's like the ultimate cash grab.
It's a paycheck.
Everyone involved is just cashing in on that.
Just bags with dollar signs on them.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what the craft service table was. There wasn't any food. It was people just eating dollar bills.
Oh, and a great point. Jeffrey Jones is in Howard the Duck.
Full
So
circle.
we've tied it all together.
Yeah.
Yes, a little too sexually imaginative, if you ask me.
Yeah. This will show her. I'll show her who's unimaginative. I'll cast Jeffrey Jones in the movie. I'll have a big worm come out of his mouth.
Jesus. All right. We should start the next one.
Okay.
All right. The next one's called Last Call, but it's
might
far
be-
from the last episode of the season.
Yeah.
I might peace out. Is that okay?
Yes.
Absolutely, Charles. Thank you. And Sarah, you piecing out. You're double piecing out.
double piecing out.
Is that gonna screw you guys up?
No.
No.
Oh.
You've never done the show
It's been so lovely having you here. I can't wait to see season 3 and eventually 4 of Search Party. I'm really looking forward to like a year from now when no one has TV shows and you guys can strut out with your full 4th season and be like, remember TV shows?
Yeah.
And we will emerge from the flaming ruins of society to watch the 4th season of Search Party.
Yeah.
You might save the world. You'll be the only TV show of 2021.
Yeah. I think that's the goal.
And Charles and SV, don't apologize for leaving us here alone because there's a certain friend who likes to pop in for the last episode every week.
Well,
Robert Wool.
oh, really?
Bobby Wool might pop in.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
Robbie, I'm sorry for I love you. Big fan.
Cool.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Sarah, so much.
Thank you,
Enjoy
guys.
your Arliss names.
Huge fans. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Hey guys.
And I'm gonna be looking for those the water level and the bubbles in that seltzer. I'm gonna go back and rewatch to look for those bubbles.
Episode 5, season 1, episode 5. Opening.
Episode 5, the Empire Strikes Back of season 1.
Watch
All right, bye, guys. Love
Thank
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Love you.
All right, let's. Oh, good. Sarah Violet's staying.
They're
She's
still
hanging
here.
out. Oh, we lost her.
All right.
Let's start this episode.
All right.
I
So
think-
last
I
call.
think this drawing might be my masterpiece. I'm very excited to
Okay,
debut it.
Let's start this, and then you can show it.
Yes.
All
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And I want to remind everybody, I really want that Harrison Ford saying previously on Search Party.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't screwing around with you.
That's not a
We're not
stretch
messing
goal.
around.
It's a call to action. We're
It's a call to
asking
action.
people to make that.
And it also, if it doesn't happen today, that's fine. We'll show it.
It takes as long as it takes.
Yeah, take as long as it takes.
Takes as long as it takes.
Takes.
Do you want it done right or do you want it done quick?
I want it done right.
George likes it when things go fast, except when it's finishing a movie. In those
Yeah.
cases, it takes decades.
Yeah. Takes the time until you found your McClunky. That's what I always say.
Now, guys,
You'll know what.
we still need like $80 for What's Opera Doc. So
That
if you
should be
haven't donated, I don't know if you're holding out for something, but
Don't wait.
don't wait.
Life is short.
Life is short.
Life moves pretty fast.
Yeah.
If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might
You
miss it.
might hit someone on the side of the road in Ireland.
Hold on me, no matter what you do. I
I
only
only want to be with you, Arliss.
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 Last call. It is gutsy as heck to call something last call when you have 3 more episodes to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like that's the problem with The Last Jedi.
Oh wait, guys, I want to bring this up.
Ed Asner,
Check it out.
Ferris
Jeffrey Jones.
Bueller.
the original JJ.
Yes, he's trying to catch that kid.
Guys, when I
He
was
really
a
wants to
child,
get his hands on that boy.
when I was
Ed
a child,
Asner.
I went. I saw Ed Asner conduct the Boston Pops, the Boston Symphony Orchestra, the Pops. I saw
Now-
it in Cape Cod.
If this episode, hold on.
Can I
Yeah.
can I tell you the end of
Yeah.
the story because it's kind of fun?
Yes.
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 After he did that, he was hanging around near where we were sitting, so we went over to him, and my dad got a picture with us, and I said, "Mr. Asner, can I take a picture with you?" And he said, "Sure, but hurry up, kid. I gotta go to the John."
Wow.
And then he went off and peed.
And this was the
Ed
Boston
Asner.
Pops.
This was in Cape Cod. The Boston Pops were playing.
Do you think he meant the toilet or John Williams?
It might have been John Williams.
He had to go talk to the John.
I gotta go to the John. That's what they call him.
Right.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, we've been waiting for this appearance by Ed Asner for a long time.
Oh, here we
This has
go.
been,
Pete from New Hampshire says, Jeffrey Jones has shopped and made a scene in my local Apple store. A friend worked there while it happened. Pete, you got to send us that story. We got to know what the story is.
Picture
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
I'll say this, Pete, if you want to come on the stream briefly to tell the story, feel free. Send me an email and I will send you a link.
Now, I wonder if that means he caused a disturbance or if he used the movie-making technology available in the Apple Store to film a short scene.
Yes,
I don't know.
because people otherwise won't let him on camera.
Yeah. So it's like, can I just use a few of your iPhones?
Yeah.
Now,
So this episode, according to Robert, this is his breakdown. Arliss tries to get a .com billionaire team owner to re-sign his aging legendary broadcaster client who may be losing his touch.
Wow.
oh,
He says this is an award-winning episode.
what a word.
I'm looking it up.
Cable Ace. I'm guessing
Now-
Cable Ace.
Cable Ace.
Cable Ace.
Is that the
Now-
right answer?
I don't know. Hang on.
We can say Cable Ace, but while you're looking up the answer, you don't say it. It sounds like that's the answer if you say
It
it.
sounds like confirmation.
We say it. Cable Ace.
Cable Ace.
Cable Ace. A Cable Ace award. Cable Ace.
Cable Ace.
We may have
Cable
to
Ace.
ask him the next. We may have to ask him the next time we see him.
Cable Ace. Google the
Cable Ace.
Google Arliss Last Call Award. Google that.
I already did.
And what did you
Google
get?
which
Did it say
award?
Cable
Which
Ace?
award? Arliss Award. Google Arliss Award.
Hang on.
Look at this dog.
Ooh, let's see. Hang on.
Cable
Oh,
Ace.
do we-
Cable
do
Ace.
we- Cable
Guys,
Ace.
we passed 2000. We will be watching What's Opera Doc after this.
Wow.
We're at 2077. The year we will never see.
And are we
All right,
still at 8 drawings? Is that still the count of drawings?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, we have 9, but I think you only have to make 8.
I'm happy to make that.
Okay, well then you'll send Charles one.
I'm
Cable
happy
Ace.
to send Charles one. It's the
Now-
least we can do to repay him.
Now, Ed Asner appearing at the beginning of this episode, I was worried that maybe I would cry like when Ed Asner at the opening sequence of Up makes everyone cry, but I haven't cried yet.
No, yeah.
But it may just be that they're pacing themselves differently because they have other Arliss business to tend to.
Here's a good quote. They just said, "Arliss, you leak more than the Exxon Valdez."
Topical. USA Today. Now, have we seen that kind of close-up typing before?
I don't know.
She's typing, she's not even looking at the screen. That's how good the typing is. I wonder if anyone's done an analysis to see if what she's typing matches what's being dictated.
If anyone wants
Someone
to do
please
that,
now.
yeah, someone please do that in the
Someone
comments.
wants to do a closer look.
Yeah.
I
Don't
wonder
call
whatever
that
happened to that Rita Wu desk sign.
Pete from New Hampshire says he's going to double check with a friend and find out more.
On Reed Jeffrey Jones, you're
To
saying.
read Jeffrey Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder where all the Arliss props are.
I would imagine they were long ago auctioned off.
It's like Disney Plus has a series called Prop Culture, where there's a man who they never explain how he has these resources, but has spent his entire life buying real screen-used props from the most famous movies of all time en masse. And the series is him going and trying to find the props from different Disney films. HBOmax should do their own version of Prop Culture, except it's just props from Arliss.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you watched the show, Watto?
I've watched every episode of the Prop Culture.
Yes. What do you think about it, Watto?
Oh boy.
You say whatever you can say on camera.
It is the type of show Watto finds interesting because it is very into the minutia of filmmaking and history and the process of fabrication for props and going back to actors decades later after they filmed and having them talk about their memories of the actual nuts and bolts of the day-to-day. I cannot make sense of the man who hosts the show, who is the producer, is the main on-camera talent, and his qualifications are he has spent his entire life collecting props.
George, what are you doing? George,
He
what are
has
you doing?
millions of dollars.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
I looked into this, and apparently his father owns, like, some steel mill. He is, like, the heir to some steel
America
mill,
was built on steel.
which he then put towards buying props. But that made him say, I should also be the guy who hosts the show. He is not the most engaging on-camera personality.
Yeah. Watto
That's
should
my
do it.
take on it.
Imagine if
Watto
Watto.
would love to host it.
Now you said
Watto,
that
Watto,
made him
just
say.
Watto.
That made him say.
If Disney Plus came to Watto
Yes.
and said, Watto, we want you to host this show as yourself, as Watto,
Yes.
would you do it?
Watto would do anything for Disney Plus. Watto will sell himself out. He'll sand off all the rough edges. He'll never talk about Jeffrey Epstein ever again. Like, you see, like Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar Binks, is being welcomed back into the fold. He has that new series. Like, Watto is ready to sell out. I'm only speaking for Watto here, but Watto would do anything. Yes.
Ahmed Best show is very fun, and I think people should watch it.
I like it a lot.
Yep, I think it's very.
Now, wasn't that supposed to be on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
And now it's on the Star Wars YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, yeah. We can
I
talk
just
about why.
I'm not saying that in any sort of gossipy way. I don't understand a lot of these strategies.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. It's a good show, though. People should watch. What's it called again?
It's called Jedi Temple Challenge.
Yes.
Co-created by the great Scott Bromley. And Mary Holland is on the show. Ahmed Best. It's very good.
And who's the voice of the droid? Isn't there a
Mary Holland?
No, but there are three people on it. I'm forgetting. It's Ahmed Best, Mary Holland.
Sam Witwer's on it.
Maybe that's what
who's Darth Maul?
Mary Holland from CISO's The UCB Show?
Yeah.
Correct.
I hosted an episode of that. George Lucas hosted an episode.
That is true.
It's really such a rare opportunity for me, George Lucas, to be able to speak about my experience with other UCB performers.
Yeah. That is
while
true.
remaining accurate situationally.
I imagine Mary Holland. Someone is
What?
asking if Mary Holland was on Herald Night, and I would say probably yes.
Almost definitely.
Yeah. Almost definitely. We'll see if we can get her on there and we can ask her about it.
Yeah, I hosted an episode of the UCB show. I'm not sure. I know it was on Stars for a while. I don't know if it's still on Stars.
Yeah.
I don't. But there's an episode called "The Phantom in Us," which I hosted, and I interacted with Mary Holland, who did a very funny character bit.
She's great.
Hey, I can't go in the private chat, Patrick. But even if I could, what?
Because you don't have a fucking laptop. Continue.
Well, whose fault is that?
Not mine. I placed the order. It was back ordered as a end result.
I was only placing orders. That's a wonderful excuse. That's the Nuremberg defense. That's the Nuremberg shipping defense. I was only placing the orders.
Pete is saying stretch goal to watch George's episode of the UCB CISO show, and I'll say this: I don't know how you can watch it.
Yeah, let's see if it's available anywhere.
I bet if we really tried, we could probably find that footage somewhere. I will work on. I will see if I can.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I'm pretty sure if you go on Amazon Prime and look up the UCB show, I think it might be there. It was at one point.
It's still no. It's there if you have Stars.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not paying for the Stars hookup.
I actually do think I have a Stars login, so if we do want to do a watch along, we could do it.
I'm not going to mess up my logins.
That's fair. I get it. What did you want to do about the private chat, George?
Well, the problem is Watto can see the private chat.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
And I don't trust him. I don't trust Watto. Here's the thing.
What are you talking about, George?
I'm talking to you, Patrick.
Wait, do you want to talk to me and not Watto?
Nothing to do with you, Watto. What? No,
okay. It's just
keep Watto in.
No, it's just us.
Bring Watto back in. No, bring Watto back in. I'm going to figure out a way to talk around him.
Look, I'm busy at work and the drawing for charity.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem. Is Jedi mind tricks don't work on him.
Oh, that's fair.
All right. So, Patrick.
Yeah.
This is going to be exclusionary to the people watching at home, but hopefully the mysteriousness of it will enhance its watchability as opposed to alienate the viewers. The thing that you and I were talking about before, you know what I mean?
On the stream or before the stream?
No, before the stream. You and I were talking about a thing for a future episode. And time is of the essence on this.
Oh, sure.
we're within striking distance.
I'll say this.
And there was,
I'll
yeah.
say this. I reached out to the person involved in that thing, and the response I got was, "No, I can't. It's surprisingly heavy."
What?
Oh. What could that mean? Was he talking to an old jazz legend, a jazz and blues legend about the beat on a song? Pretty heavy beat, huh?
George, I would say if you want to do it, do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's expensive.
It is expensive, but I'm a billionaire.
Man.
Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's worth it?
Now, do you think it's funnier leaving it the way it is? That's the big question.
I don't know.
I
do like that we've gotten to the point where we can feel casual enough on these live streams to essentially have a production meeting in front of the viewers that excludes them.
We're 5 hours
as a blind item. I know. How many people are watching right now?
153.
Wow.
All right. Well, here's the thing. So,
can I debut my new drawing for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the scene. Ready for this? It is Obi-Wan Kenobi in an inflatable lounger chair in a pool, holding a bone in one hand, a rubber duck in the other, wearing a swim cap or a shower cap. And then in the pool next to him is Jabba the Hutt's grody, teenage nephew who's got a mullet and acne, and he's in the pool with water wings on, so afraid that he's still holding on to the side rails. And the background, his sister, who's a lady hot, is gossiping with another girl, Elliot.
Now, Watto, two things. One, you really captured Obi-Wan very well.
Thank you.
Looks very good.
I worked long on this one. You could see this was a hard one.
Two, is it his nephew or is it Stinky?
Oh, I guess it's grown-up Stinky, but what is the relation between Stinky and
Stinky's
father and son?
Father and son.
Father and son.
Man, okay. So then what?
Star Wars is always about fathers and sons.
Is the girl character Jabba's daughter?
I think it's like his niece or something. I'd have to rewatch that episode.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't have access to it. I don't have access to it.
That's not true.
I don't work for Lucasfilm, nor have I ever.
Neither.
George and Watto.
Currently.
They're having a Ed Asner and Robert just had a very nice heart-to-heart.
Yeah. Good acting. And this guy's clearly the .com owner, right?
Yeah, he's a real Grizz.
Okay, I don't like that at all. Chris does not own .com. He is his own person.
I didn't say that.
He's a real .com owner.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sure Grizz had a website. I'm sure.
Disgusting. Revolting human being. And this is coming from a slave owner. Revolting human being you are.
The other thing is the secret thing we're talking about.
Yes. It's heavy.
No, not you.
Hey, guys, this is a big moment. Hang on. Grizz is on Cameo.
Ooh.
Smooth move,
Grizz.
Ferguson. Okay. Go ahead, George. Continue with what you're saying.
The thing that we may or may not pull the trigger on, it's expensive and heavy. I'm also, right now I'm thinking about what it would be like to use that.
Yeah, in July.
In July.
In Marin County.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But there's the other thing that's very inexpensive.
Yeah. I would say go for the other thing. Go for the other thing.
It's too
The
much.
other one, the big one is funnier.
But then we need to get both of them and involve Watto.
Do we want to do that?
It's all or nothing. You know? If we're going to get the big one, then we're definitely getting the smaller one.
Okay,
And then we're involving
let's leave it up to Watto. Watto, do you want to be involved with this? It involves you buying something.
I don't know what it is.
You have to
the
make
whole
a
point.
decision.
Nope. Put it in the private chat, which I can
Wait,
check.
hang on, George. Will
Yeah.
you commit to the thing if you buy it?
What do you mean?
Will
Not
you
the whole
commit to-
time.
No.
No.
Will you commit?
No, I can't. I
You
can't.
can't? Okay,
Not
so
the whole
then let me
time.
see if Watto. Oh my gosh, we have 4 minutes
you
left.
Bring him into it. Bring him
Let me
into
see.
it. And,
Do you have
we have
any
4 minutes
idea?
left?
Do you have
We
any
have-
idea how frustrating this is to watch
Watto, Watto, I
as someone
sent
who
it to you.
doesn't know what you're talking about? And I speak for everyone currently watching this fucking live stream.
Watto, I just put it in the private chat.
Oh, it's only a few minutes left.
We got 7 minutes left.
This is so
Oh,
fucking
boy.
stupid. The link
Yeah.
that you just
You
sent.
know, yeah. I think I know a thing or two. I made a whole movie where I didn't tell you they were brother and sister the whole time, and people loved it. Because the whole time they were wondering, who are they? What are they? What's going on? And they loved it. They ate it up.
Hey, everyone in the chat who's concerned about not finding out, I will say by the end of this, you will find out. By the end of
not today, by the end of us doing
I
live
would say
streams.
in the next 2 months, you will find out.
I think
Yeah,
we
you'll
should
find
do it.
out.
Okay, then Watto, you buy the more expensive one?
Okay, but then I get to keep that.
Yes, deal.
Fine.
George,
Great.
George, you gotta
Yeah,
buy the
because
other
you,
one.
but also because you can't, and then I go with that other one.
Yes. And Watto, I already have one in my house.
That's insane. You are a lunatic. Man, the shipping is expensive for what it is.
It's crazy.
Well, that's because it's heavy.
Yeah. I guess, right? Okay. But the idea is we would use these on
Yeah.
camera.
Yes.
Yeah, you use them.
Okay, I'm ready to do it.
Okay.
And you understand my reluctance for the heavy one. Having no control over the temperature in the Marin County Screen Porch of Skywalker Ranch.
Yeah, fine. Whatever. Okay, fine.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Watto. We're friends.
Look, I'm getting the better item anyway. I don't,
You are. You're getting the best item.
Hey, maybe you won't. Who knows?
We'll see. I mean, 0 bids so far. Okay, but seriously, now that we're settled on it, we have to stop talking about this because this is.
Let's make it a stretch goal. Let's make it a stretch goal that we stop talking about it.
No, hang on. I'll say this, Watto. Since we started talking about it, we've gained 13 viewers.
That's insane.
It works. It works because everyone's talking about what are they talking about? What is going on?
Don't you
Boring thing
remember?
that's ever happened on the internet.
Don't you remember how many people tuned in for the second season of Lost? A lot.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because the first season, they're like, what are they talking about? We all have to watch and find out.
Oh God, you lunatic!
That's right. This is our hatch.
This is our hatch. And the things that are coming are our tail section.
Oh, yeah, the tailies. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. All right, and here's the thing: you won't know, but there is a countdown clock, and this is kind of exciting. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. We will know whether or not the thing we're talking about that we can't say what it is will be successful or not. So here's the thing. I think this is intriguing because welcome to the 13 new viewers of today's charity live stream. We
If
can't
you-
reveal the thing that we're
Yeah.
talking about.
And if you
But
think you
we're-
know what it is, don't say it in the chat because I don't want you to spoil it.
Email it privately to what
The
address?
georgelucastalkshow@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
If you think you know,
Asner's got a good guest spot in this episode.
He's a great hacker.
it's a great guest spot. He's a feature. They're using him well.
They're using him well. It's a solid, like, if you're going for an Emmy, this is the episode you want.
Is
You
that
guys
the
were
award?
stressing me out so much with all this mystery talk that I'm opening up a bottle of wine. Now, I ran out of my Skywalker Ranch wine, but I do have a bottle of O'Leary Fine Wines, the wine from Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary himself. It's a bargain.
Watto, do you only purchase celebrity wines?
Correct.
Hey, George, from Ezra James Sharkington, which was the name of the shark in Lost Season 2 with the Dharma logo on its tail, what was George's favorite Dharma station?
Greg.
Nailed it. Boom. Direct hit. Watto only purchases celebrity wines because Watto has such a hard time processing anything outside the pop culture that when he needs to engage with other aspects of life, he has to find some pop culture bridge to make sense of them. Like his sense of value to things outside the pop culture is, how do I like that person on TV?
Very good.
Yeah,
All right. And just to add the suspense, it's 2 minutes and 25 seconds until I find out whether I am successful at this endeavor.
I would just say,
what are we at money wise? What are we at for the Black TV?
Can I just say something that will make this a little less oblique without ruining the mystery?
Say it in the private chat first.
No, this is what I'm going to say. Trust me here.
Ooh, now I like it. Now you're using my catchphrases.
We are bidding on items right now that will expire before this ends. That would then would come into use in future live streams. That's all I'm gonna.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just trying to remove that sense of obliqueness. We're not telling you what it is. We're not telling you how we would use it, when we would use it. But there's a ticking clock that's us trying to win items for this live stream.
With all due respect, Watto, if you had written Star Wars Episode 4, you would have started, instead of saying a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, you would have started by saying, there's a Death Star and they're going to blow it up.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Watto, if you would have written Star Wars Episode 4, you would have written Star Wars Episode 4.
Okay. And drop the...
What's the amount we're at right now? How much have we raised?
What?
How much have we raised?
1
minute left.
I have
one bidding against me.
Left in mine.
20, 47, 48.
20, 47,
20?
48.
Okay, so wait, we need some new stretch goals here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at this. The 2000s are empty. We have so many goals for 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 69,000, 1 million. We need some more attainable goals.
And I also want to remind everybody that by the time our list is done, we're at like 32.3 before this week's total. I want at least 40. I want to get to at least 40,000.
Wow. Okay.
I think we could do it.
So let's look at this
by the end of the July 5th. 9 seconds, 8 seconds.
What? 6, 5,
5,
4, 3,
1.
Did you win? Did you win? Did you win?
George, you got it, baby.
I won it.
You won it, George.
Even this shipping is insane. I mean, the shipping on this item is 3 times the item itself.
Yeah.
I can afford it.
I don't know. I have a package from that same person, and I have not opened it up yet.
Is it heavy?
No.
Oh, fuck. Wait, I just saw another item this person is selling. Fuck, I can't go down this rabbit hole.
Go down it. Let's make that a stretch goal, that if we get to 2,000, Watto will go down that rabbit hole.
Watto, don't encourage Watto to go down his rabbit hole.
Wait, which one? Or what is it, Watto? Send it over.
This is a very funny rabbit hole. Okay, there are a couple things catching my attention. I will send the links, but you two have to talk about something else that's understandable to our viewers.
Okay.
While I send the links.
Okay. Guys, I want to say this.
Yes.
The Arliss Wikipedia episode list is a disaster.
Yes.
It's so wrong. Everything is wrong.
Here's the thing. It's too late to reform the police in this country. It is not too late to reform the Arliss Wikipedia. I don't think it needs to be abolished. I think we can fix it.
Yes. Yeah, the IMDb lists are more accurate, but the Wikipedia one is a complete disaster.
You can fix this.
Huh?
People can fix this.
I'm not going to fix this. I'm doing so much other stuff for this stream.
No, we're asking our viewers.
Yeah,
it's funny that I say people and Patrick automatically assumes that just means him.
George, I'll say this. George, you've got bad Wi-Fi, and I heard Patrick fix this.
I didn't do that with my arm.
Okay, let's start episode 11.
Okay,
Oh.
wait, hold on. I'm just gonna post this one thing in the chat,
George,
and then we're having
remember when?
public conversations.
Yeah, remember when we were being very oblique and oh wow, oh wow.
Public conversations from here on out.
I mean, that's pretty cheap.
All considering.
Yeah.
And it's got a couple of different buzzwords that WATTO responds to very strongly. But now let's
Even if
not
it's not
talk about
spelled-
this. This is bad content.
Oh, it's from
It's not-
the remake.
there's-
It's from the
You
remake.
don't. Yes, which makes
Okay.
it funnier to me.
Also, EE instead of EA. Are we sure
Okay.
it's the right one?
Probably not.
All right, let's get going. One.
Okay, ready?
Hang on one sec. Hang on one sec.
Is this episode 11?
This is episode 11. You can pick your friends.
Oh,
One.
but you can't pick your nose.
2, 3. Oh, should we?
Do
have
you
a
think
stretch
there will be nose picking in this episode?
Should we have a
I don't
stretch
know,
goal
but
where we all
I-
pick our nose?
Nose picking. Look at me picking my nose. Yeah, let's do it.
You can't pick.
I'm sorry,
You can't pick mine. You can't pick mine, Watto.
Okay, I do like this. How about this? Stretch goal. 2100, George picks his nose on camera.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Why?
To pick, one pick.
I don't like it.
We got to do it, George. I'm sorry.
I'll do it. Not that low. I'll do that higher. Make that a higher one.
Okay, what about this? What about this? Hang on. We make this WATTO. And then at 2150, we'll add in WATTO and Patrick. Like
No,
there.
come on. We can't make multiple stretch goals the nose
No.
picking.
Okay, fine.
People are asking more Jello goals. There hasn't been enough Jello this week.
Sure.
Are they really? You want more Jello goals?
Huh?
Yeah,
I've
more
seen
Jello.
it brought up several times. There's not enough Jello. Can
All
we
right,
set the
yeah,
new Jello goal?
Yeah.
25?
Let's set a new Jello goal at a reasonable number.
25.
25. What are we at now? 21.
We're
Yes.
at 2047.
If we're saying, yeah, 25 is reasonable.
25 is reasonable. Okay, nose picking is 21.
Yeah.
Watto's going to do a real deep pick of his nose. And there's a lot of depth to go here. People saying they're upset Watto hasn't chugged ice cream yet. All you got to do is donate $2,000.
Yeah. Upset
that-
with yourself. Be upset with yourself.
This
Yes.
isn't on us.
Okay, what else? Other
Ooh.
goals.
Leonard Maltin.
The great Leonard Maltin.
Can
And
we
Jim
get him?
Brown.
Can we burn the ask? Can we burn
I
the
will
ask?
say, the ask was sent and never heard back.
Wow.
Can we burn it now? Can we reburn it?
No, I think it was a bad address. I should find a different way.
Okay,
Well, let's
Patrick,
try and get him right now, like within the episode.
I can't do
Patrick, we need you to do another goal. We need something that puts you
that. Sure.
in the hot seat.
No feet stuff.
Fine. They come up with an alternative. What should you do?
I don't know. You tell me.
Not enough height goals. I mean, George got hyped. I got hyped.
I got hyped.
Is there a way for
Oh,
Patrick?
Patrick.
to get hyped?
Patrick
I don't
hasn't
really-
gotten hyped yet.
I don't really
He'll
get-
wear him out. He'll wear
No,
out.
I don't really get hyped.
Now shave on camera. You have not shaved since the quarantine started. What is the number that we would need to hit for you to shave on camera?
I don't want to shave my beard. I would shave my head.
What's the number?
35?
How much to do a taxi driver style mohawk?
35.
Yeah, put it
How
down.
much
put it down.
to shave?
35.
How much to shave Arliss into your hair?
I
So
think,
the only hair you have left is Arliss.
George, the problem is that requires a technician. I mean, that's a highly
No,
skilled act.
your
I
best,
don't think
your
you can pull
best,
it off.
your best. Just do your best effort.
Willingness
will
aside,
try.
I don't think the man can do it. Okay, Mohawk, Jello, 20, 21, Watto picks his nose. Now let's come up with, we got to fill in the rest of this space. 2150, 2750. Come on, 3,000. Let's set up some new goals. And I want to remind people, the drawings still stand. I will, even if I have to do the drawings over the next week. If you make a big ticket donation of 100, I will do as many drawings as we get.
Yeah.
And you've seen the quality. Let me just represent them for people who might be joining late. These are illustrations of real things that happen in real episodes of Star Wars Detours, a show that you cannot legally watch. Okay? Here's one.
Yes, you can't legally watch it yet.
In the back room of Dexter Jettster's diner talking to a Gungan, and he's got a lobster bib on. He wants to eat all the trash. 2, Imperial officer on the Death Star, which has been turned into a shopping mall. George Lucas is talking to him, holding a cup of coffee. 3, Chewbacca is dressed up as a bandito, insensitive, but I'm not the one who drew it originally. Don't kill the messenger. He's drinking a slushie. He's got a mustache and a sombrero, bag of chips, and this alien looks sad in the distance.
Guys, it's like Astoria Queens has discovered fireworks this week.
I don't like it. Here's Leia in her bedroom wearing aviator sunglasses while a probe droid tries to apply makeup to her face. These are all real. They've set up like a barbecue on Endor, and the stormtroopers are shirtless and they're going down an inflatable water slide.
Oh boy.
And here's Stinky the Hut with a mullet in a pool with Obi-Wan, who's holding a rubber ducky in one hand and a bone in the other. These are the level of drawings you get for $100. Now I'm going to work on my next one.
George, what are you doing?
What are you doing, George?
George, what is that?
George, what is that?
George. What are you doing, George?
What are you doing?
My charger is overheating.
That's not you blowing on it is not going to do anything.
My cold breath. It is working.
That's so cold.
Yeah, that's the bigger question.
Because it's hotter outside than it is inside of a human body.
I don't think that's true, George.
George.
Hear those birds dying? It's from the heat.
Yeah, George Robot Squid is saying George has a lot of weird tech problems for a billionaire.
Yeah, more money, more problems. You ever heard of that?
Little Watto appearance.
Oh, Bryson's here. His mic is muted. Oh yeah, and if you donate $100, I don't know why he's muted, but if you donate $100, you will also get a there we go, a Planet Scum membership card.
Well, have we run out of all of those? How many do we have in total?
I believe I've heard there's a lot.
Oh well, don't give it give it up.
No, they're rare. They're rare.
No, not a lot. But I'm sure like someone else has some that you do not have. So don't get discouraged that we've already.
But in that case, can Watto get one?
Yeah, Watto, you wanna?
Yeah, can George Lucas get one?
Yeah, can George and Watto donate $100?
Oh, I'm donating my time. What are you talking about? I'm trying. I show up every week for 9 hours.
This banner didn't pay for itself. There are expenses that are my donation.
Stupid fucking props.
Yeah. You think?
Hello.
You think I spent $100 on this banana for nothing?
I'm bidding on shit on eBay.
Well,
people, I feel like you guys do have to respond to the rumors.
We only asked you to bid on one thing. You bid on the second thing.
I haven't bid yet. I'm just considering it.
Oh, okay.
What? Respond to what rumors?
Well, when you guys started getting coy earlier, the chat was getting a little bit concerned that about whether or not this stream was for charity or not.
Oh no, this stream is for charity. This is all our own money.
We make $0.
Yeah, we're donating our money to the production budget of the show.
Correct.
Yeah.
That we do for free. We don't accept any money for the show, but any money anyone else donates, none of it goes for production stuff for the show. It just goes right to charity.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna leave you guys be.
Good
Good luck.
No budget.
Good luck on the rest of the marathon, friends.
Thank you, Bryson. Now on screen now, playing Arliss's brother
Yes.
David Keith.
David
Robert,
Keith.
Robert talked about last week.
Right, that they always get mistaken for each other.
Yeah. And I see it.
Yes. I always like that trope on the sitcom of like, oh, you cast the other actor who gets mistaken for that actor, and it's sort of an alternate universe sibling that is only now getting revealed for the first time.
Yeah.
Like WATTO had that pitch for episode 3. George didn't want to use it because the film was already running too long, but I said, can we reveal Watto's brother and he'll be played by Judd Hirsch, because we always get mistaken for each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And his name was supposed to be Tawo.
Why is that?
Tawwo.
Oh, sure. It's the opposite.
Tawo.
Yeah.
And it'd be Judd Hirsch. And he'd go, oh, Watto, come on here. What are you doing to me, Watto? I'm your brother. Why are you doing me? I go, oh, Tawo, shut up. They go, oh, come on, Tawo, I'm trying to drive a cab over here.
Dude, that would have been fun. That would have been fun so many years later if they did like a little reunion and you could have been Sandler's uncle in Uncut Gems at the party scene.
I read for it. I didn't, you know what? I should be clear here. I didn't read for it. I did a series of table reads when they were trying to get the financing together, just as a friend of the Safdie brothers. And I thought, oh, if I kill it at these table reads, maybe this works as a backdoor audition for when the movie does come together. But then they went to Judd. It's always, that's the thing. The roles are always coming down to me or Judd. And it's like,
genuinely made me angry.
He got every other part.
Yeah.
It genuinely made me angry, Watto, that the fat Jewish was in Uncut Gems and you weren't.
That actually, okay, can we bring this up? That actually felt pointed.
Yeah. Like, look who we got.
Yeah. You got a big belly. You do.
You also you also aggregate content. Famously, you aggregate content from other comedians as your own.
Well, no, I mean, I'm a junk shop owner. It's like you collect junk and then repurpose it and sell it to other people.
Yeah.
Hey, Watto, we have gotten 2 more $100 requests.
So we're up to 10?
Yeah.
Okay, this next one.
We are at 2247, which means Watto's got to pick that nose.
Okay, ready?
Hang on. Go ahead.
Now here's the problem, okay? Here's the struggle. Watto has small nostrils and big chubby Toydarian fingers, right? This almost stumped me. But then I realized I can use my reusable steel straw. Okay, ready?
Oh, you're going with the crooked end first.
Yeah, I gotta get it on there. Oh, no, you're right. I should do it the opposite way. Okay.
Right. You get more distance.
Ready. Okay, ready. It's coming out. My eye! I picked too far!
Like Watto getting a COVID test. Oh.
A lot of iron.
Oh no, Watto. Watto. I regret donating. Oh no, I don't like this. No, get it out. Too real. Fucking right.
It's done.
You know, the funny thing is, I also have one of those. I have the exact same brand of metal straw.
Really?
Yeah.
Now this is attention to detail on these props because one of these baseballs is signed by Kirby Carlisle.
Really? I like that.
Bottom left.
Bottom. Someone was saying
For now, so what's the number when I'm supposed to do it?
Oh, you didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but
Just
now
for charity. What's the number where I'm supposed to do it? I didn't realize what it was going to be like. Now that I realize what it's going to be like, I can do it.
It was 2150, which means we're there.
We're already there?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. All right. There we go. All right, so I'm going to... You said it's better to go in with the crooked or go in straight?
Straight.
Okay.
George, people are asking you to turn profile. Give us a profile view.
George, you sound like that droid who was tortured in Return of the Jedi.
We can't hear you, Patrick. George is screaming too loud.
George, you sounded like the droid who gets tortured in Return of the Jedi.
Yes. And Watto
Wow.
feels bad now because I feel like George committed a lot harder than Watto, and now Watto looks lazy.
Please donate some money to the Black TV and Film Collective.
Please.
Please.
Now I'll say this: this is not the stretch goal. This is like a new incentive, like a donation prize. $100 is a drawing, right? I saw someone saying stretch goal to do a series of impressions. Now I'll say anyone who donates over $10 can name an impression.
From starting now.
Starting now, anyone who donates over $10 can name an impression, and Watto will try his hardest to do it.
If you put it in the notes section on your donation, I'll be able to see it on PayPal.
Great, perfect.
Makes it a lot easier.
So 10, you get an impression. 25, signed picture by Bobby Wool. 100, a drawing.
And a Planet Scum.
And a Planet Scum membership card.
Limited supplies.
Limited while supplies last.
Oh boy, Arliss's brother, he's a real cad.
Yes. He's kind of a Kirby Carlisle type.
He's a Kirby Carlisle type, yeah.
A lot of cads in the world of Arliss.
I mean,
a lot of immoral behavior.
That's sports, man. That's sports.
That's sports. I know it.
Yeah.
You know who I think? So this is Arliss's brother.
Yes.
Do you know who I think would be a good baby brother if they bring Arliss back to have a third Arliss?
Ooh.
Dill Pickles.
What?
Go on.
Friend of the show, David Harbour.
Oh.
Oh, sure.
As like a beefy third brother.
Yeah.
Have we tried to get David Harbour on this? Have we burned that ask?
You know, I have not.
He came on the live show and he had a good time.
That's true. Maybe once we get, the rest of the Arliss run is fairly booked out, but maybe once we get
understand.
I feel like David Harbour might be more of a 1600 pen type.
He might be a good. I wonder, was he ever on 1600 pen?
He was.
Was he ever? Was he ever on the 1600 pen?
I think I pretty much memorized the IMDb for 1600.
Patrick, please allow us to speculate. Don't deny us our dreams.
George, who would he play?
The president's butler.
Yeah,
Oh,
what are you
wow.
talking about? A cabinet member.
How hard is it to? Are you trying to stump us that we can't think of possible characters to be on
Give me another
1600 pen?
Give me another one.
For
Head of the
years,
Department of Transportation.
for years before David Harbour was Chief Hopper, he played a lot of uptight suits. I could see him just
Secretary
being
of the Interior.
Sir,
Yeah.
Mr. President, I don't think.
Head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Hey,
Yeah,
Watto,
sir, I don't know about that.
Mrs.
Yes.
Landingham.
Yes.
I've got some impressions.
Okay, here we go.
First off,
Yes.
and it's a good one to start with.
Okay.
Bobby.
Bobby
Bobby.
Wool. Okay, ready?
You know, I mean, it was a rookie season. You know, it was our first year. We were getting our handle on things. I think we didn't really understand how great Sandra Oh was. And that was the thing. Every season we would realize how skilled she was and learn to use her. Because when we started the show, we were 75% male. And then we had Sex and the City as our lead. And I realized, we have to retain that audience. That's how we're going to stay on the air. And I'm very proud to say that by the end of the run of the show, it was almost 50-50. But it was our rookie year. And I feel like, for me, it was always about characters. The show was
Great.
about characters. It wasn't about
Great.
sports. But remember Fran Lebowitz coming to me and saying,
Hey, Watto, I got another one
all
for
right,
you. Watto,
Robin.
I got another one for you, Watto.
I hate sports, but I love your show.
Watto, let's do Robin Williams doing Star Wars impressions.
Okay. Walking around Tatooine. Oh, yeah, droid's coming around going,
Oh, why don't you come help me? That's what droids talk like.
oh.
And Jawa's going around going, oh, hey, everybody, I'm a Jawa. I'm looking for drunk. That's how Jawas talk. You can't say I'm being racist. That's how Jawas talk. And, people, Chewbacca over there is like, oh, hail Hitler. That's it. That's how Chewbacca talks. Robin Williams.
Okay, wow. Sully Sullenberger.
Okay, hold on. I want to pull up a script for this one.
Okay, great. And I want to pop in and say, Lauren Wynn, you donated and you did not give us a impression. So if you want to pop that in the chat, we can make sure that Watto sees it.
Sully Sullenberger is a hero, so I don't want to paraphrase him. I want to say this in his own.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
No one warned us. No one said you're going to lose both engines at a lower altitude than any jet in history. But be cool. Just make a left turn for LaGuardia like you're going back to pick up the milk. This was dual engine loss at 2,800 feet, followed by immediate water landing with 155 souls on board. No one has ever trained for an incident like that. No one. That's my impression. Oh no. Oh no, geese. Birds.
Murderer! Murderer!
Birds.
I just like hearing Sully say,
water landing.
I like hearing Sully say, oh no, birds. Oh no, birds.
Oh no, birds.
I really think a film about birds following Sully around and him being paranoid would be a really good movie.
Hey, Watto, can we?
Yes.
I got another one. I want to hear you do an impression of the guy who plays. Oh shit!
What? Where are we going with this?
Hang on, this is a real one. So, the guy who plays from Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Slow and Low.
The guy who plays Slow and Low?
Slow and Low.
Are you purposely, is part of the joke that you don't want me to say the name of the person I'm impersonating?
I want to see if people can guess who it is.
Okay, I understand what you're doing. Let me look up. Let me get the exact quote here.
Oh, but now, guys, don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Don't look up?
No, you can, Watto. I'm saying chat.
Okay.
Don't look it up, chat.
Slow and Low.
Yeah, I understand. You want me to do an impression of Slow and Low or of that actor?
That actor.
Okay. Give me a second. Stall for one moment while I get the quote.
Arliss, are those Daniel Boone hats? Yes, it's big hit now in Russian TV. Everybody wants one. You want a hat? He's got hats. Together it's Crazy Vanya.
I asked you to stall and you were literally just reading Arliss.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a real man.
Okay, good thing Watto had this saved on his phone for just such an occasion because he likes to throw this out as a party trick. And the text might give it away, but still, we're not saying who it is yet.
I can't let you touch it. That would defeat the purpose. See, only I know the balance and the weight of this particular loaded die. That way, when you look at your totem, you know beyond a doubt that you're not in someone else's dream.
Great. Watto, now this one is a little tough. I'll say this.
Okay.
Only I know the exact weight and balance of this loaded die.
The trick is he's like slightly more serious and subdued Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
It's my loaded die. This is my totem. Only I know the exact precise weight of this loaded die.
Now, Watto, Sydney wants you to do Forrest Whitaker or another actor in a related movie saying there's only room on the rocket ship for one.
Okay. Now, I feel like I understand the request here, but I feel like someone is getting Forrest Whitaker confused for a different actor.
Oh, no. Well, I don't know. They donated $50, so let's try and figure it out.
Okay. I think I understand the reference you're making, and so I'm going to do a thing that hopefully you find enjoyable.
Only room on the rocket ship, left for one. Me. Ooh, get on up. Rocket ship don't have handles.
Now, Watto said earlier that he's uncancelable.
Yes, he did.
But I don't know.
Watto's life flashed before his eyes for a moment there.
I don't know, Watto.
All right, and we've reached the end of the episode. We've reached the end of episode 11.
Remember, everybody, hashtag Watto is underparty.
I don't understand why you think I could get canceled for doing an impression of Jerry Lee Lewis. That was my impression of Jerry Lee Lewis.
Famously good guy, Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely didn't marry a 13-year-old, allegedly.
Well,
yeah, so try to
that's
cancel
why
me
he's
for
making
that.
fun of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why he's making fun of him.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have any other impressions, or can I go back to drawing?
I believe that's it for now.
Hashtag Watto is underparty.
Oh, wait. No, that's not true. We have 2 more. Hang on.
Okay, here we go. Speed run.
Ooh, this is a fun one.
Mm.
Watto as Jeff Goldblum in whatever role Watto prefers.
Okay, let me see if I can pull up some specific text here. I feel like this might be.
Someone in the chat saying, I never want this to end. And you know what? That's up to you. If you guys keep donating $10, it won't end. We will go until no one is donating money.
Yes.
We may take a break during the finale, but we'll keep going once it's done until you guys are stopped donating.
Yes. Now, this might not apply every week, but for this week,
yeah,
I'm feeling the need to break the numbers. I want to get the record high weekly number.
Also, Donovan Campbell, you just donated, but you did not send a request, so send it.
Okay.
You can put it in the chat.
Okay, we're ready?
Yep.
John, the kind of control you're attempting is simply it's not possible. If there's one thing the history of evolution has taught us, it's that life.
Wait, hang on. I need to pop in here.
Oh, what?
I believe it was Watto as Jeff Goldblum.
Okay, fair enough. I feel like this is defeating the purpose of the impression, but here we go. John, the kind of history you're attempting simply is not possible. You know, there's one thing the history of evolution has taught us. It's that life will not be contained. Life breaks free. It expands to new territories and crashes through barriers, painfully, maybe even dangerously. But, you know, there it is. Now I'm simply, I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
There we go. Now we got one more.
That is the most incomprehensible thing I've done. My brain was bleeding trying to do that.
Can you do? You need to do another drawing.
Great. Go on.
And then B, Mandy Patinkin. You can think about it for a second if you need to.
No, I think I can do a Mandy. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
You know, I quit Criminal Minds because I think it is harmful to be putting that sort of violence out into the culture. You know, and I take my work very, very seriously. And I could not work on that show anymore. I could not show up on set. Nothing's going to hurt you, not while I'm around.
That was good, Watto.
Thank
That
you.
was good.
I've never done a Mandy before, but I kind of had it in my head for a while. You know, sometimes in your head you go like, would I know how to do it? And I had done that with both his singing and his speaking voice.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
Never done it before. That's a debut.
That's an exclusive.
All right, let's start episode 12.
I could not.
Oh, I'm well into it.
Oh, no, we didn't start there. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
1,
Okay, right.
2, 3. Yeah, I'll say that was a good Mandy.
Right? Because I feel like in interviews he's like a very low energy version of Bernie Sanders.
Sure.
It's like I take my work very, very seriously. I have a responsibility as an artist.
And then when he's singing, it's just the prettiest falsetto you can come up with.
Mandy's also been very good on Twitter.
Can you spare a dime?
Mandy's been very good on Twitter during this. Oh, here we go. Aaron, I see your suggestion.
Okay.
Can Watto do Meryl Streep in Devil Wears Prada?
Yes, let me pull up the quote.
Okay.
I know the monologue I want to do here. Because, I mean, I could, here's the thing. Someone's putting $10 American towards a good cause. I could cheap out and I could just do, that's all. But I want to give them a monologue. Talk about the opening of ARLIS.
While you're preparing?
We're at 25, 25, 87.
I'm loving this. We're breaking the record this week. What's the
In
most
the
we've
year
done?
2525.
We've done like 30.
Man is still alive.
We've done 35. So we have a little bit to go, but we're doing pretty good.
Okay, Patrick, you need to cue me into this one.
Okay, sure.
By saying, you know, I'm still learning about all this stuff and...
Okay. I'm still learning about all this stuff and...
This stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that sweater is not just blue, it's not turquoise, it's not lapis, it's actually cerulean. You're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns, and then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed certain cerulean military jackets. I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers, and then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs, and it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing the sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff. That's all.
Great. Now, Watto,
I have one note. I have one note for that. I have one note for that.
Please.
It's just a slight rewrite. It's
Yes.
as much for Patrick as it is for you. Just for the
Okay.
and this isn't a note for the film. It's more for this context.
Sure. I
Can
think
we
that's a
change
pretty
the-
perfectly written monologue. Yes.
Yeah. Can we change the opening line when you read back the opening line again, Patrick, to me?
I'm going to have Watto retell me it.
Yes. Okay. It's you know, I'm still learning about all this stuff and...
You know I'm still learning about all this stuff and...
Change all this stuff to ARLIS stuff.
That's good. Now, I do want to say something related to ARLIS.
Yes.
I think ARLIS just killed a man.
I think so too.
It was a jockey, and he was in his car, and he got smothered to death by the airbag.
Do we have one more impression?
I believe that is it for now.
Great. Okay.
Oh, wait. Nope, never mind. We do it one more. Hang on one sec. Stanley Tucci, Dealer's Choice.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go from the IMDb quote I am already on. That is my strategy here. Give me a second.
You let me know when you're ready, Watto.
Okay. I want you to give me the cue line. I'm just saying I would like a little credit for the fact that I'm killing myself trying. I'm just saying that I would like a little credit for the fact that I'm killing myself trying. Whenever you're
And
ready.
who says this? Who says this?
Anne Hathaway, the same character you played in the last Q.
Okay, great. I'm just saying. I want you to give me a little bit of credit. I'm killing myself trying.
Andy, be serious. You're not trying. You are whining. What is it that you want me to say to you, huh? Do you want me to say, poor you, Miranda's picking on you, poor Andy? Wake up sick. She's just doing her job. Don't you know that you were working at the place that published some of the greatest artists of the century, Halston, Lagerfeld, De La Renta, and what they did, what created was greater than art because you live your life in it. Well, not you, obviously, but some people. You think that this is just a magazine, Yes, this is not just a magazine. This is a shining beacon of hope for, I don't know, let's say a young boy growing up in Rhode Island with 6 brothers pretending to go to soccer practice when he was really going to sewing class and reading Runway under the covers at night with a flashlight. I mean, you have no idea how many legends have walked these halls. And what's worse is that you don't care. Because this place where so many people would die to work, you only deign to work. And you want to know why she doesn't kiss you on the forehead and give you a gold star on your homework at the end of the day. Huh? Wake up, sweetheart.
Wow. Wow.
It's a very well-written movie.
Yeah. Good job.
Good stuff.
Didn't the co-creator of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, did she write it, or am I making that up?
Yes, no, Eileen Brosh McKenna. It's a great screenplay.
Yeah.
I would contend that should have won the Oscar for adapted screenplay that year.
What did win?
Let me look it up. I'm trying to think. Maybe it was The Queen?
Someone made a... That's such a funny thing if you don't know there's a movie called The Queen.
Hey.
Someone brought up in the chat... Hang on. Here we go.
It didn't even get a nomination.
How many times do you think the murderer has also been the pallbearer at the funeral? Which is a great question.
Too many times. It keeps happening. Best adapted screenplay. The winner was The Departed. Okay, that's a fair win.
Yeah.
I give that. And I forgot that The Queen was technically original. I thought it was based
And you
on
know
a
what?
play.
A lot of good quotes, a lot of good characters in that. A lot of them are not cops. A lot of them say, I'm not a cop.
Here are the nominations. Can I give you the nominations quickly?
Yeah.
Right.
The year that Devil Wears Prada was not nominated for adapted screenplay. Here were the nominees. Departed, great screenplay. Children of Men, great screenplay.
Yeah.
Little Children, Notes on a Scandal, I think both are very good screenplays.
Never seen them.
Films I like, good screenplays. Fifth nominee, taking the slot that I think should have gone to Devil Wears Prada. Borat, Cultural Learnings for America Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. A movie that was pointedly not written.
Yeah.
The writing.
I would argue that it was written.
It had prompts.
First of all, Watto, I wish you would. This is why I wish they would let you present for the Oscars, because I think
I ask every year.
everything you just said would be a much more exciting version of the Oscars if the person came out and announced, here are the nominees, which are not The Devil Wears Prada, to state your preference in the presentation.
Yes.
I
understand that there was writing involved, but that movie pointedly did not have a conventional screenplay.
Well, that's why you give awards to unconventional works.
I don't think that's the category to honor that film. I also am biased in that WATTO does not like that film very much.
Well, here's the thing.
He thinks they didn't go far enough. It's too mild.
I think they had to write in a predictive way in order to incorporate the documentary aspects of it. And also, you can't tell me that my wife isn't writing.
It is writing.
You had to write that. Someone had to write that.
George, would you ever make a Borat type movie?
Yeah, I have. I just won't show it to anybody.
Yeah, I'm jealous about this because we made a movie called WATTO.
Yeah.
Make Benefit for Glorious Nation of Mos Espa.
What happened? I don't think I've seen this, George.
I don't show my movies to anybody anymore.
I know, but I assumed
Yeah. Well, it's basically it's almost a shot-for-shot remake of Borat.
We did have a script, and the script was a transcript of every line from Borat.
But we added it. The difference is we made it a special edition. We added back in a lot of the deleted scenes. So there's a long scene where Watto is in a grocery store asking an employee of the grocery store if something is cheese.
Yeah.
Remember that, Watto? Where you would say, "This is cheese? That's cheese. This is cheese? That's cheese. This is cheese? It's cheese. What about this? Is this cheese? Yeah, it's cheese. Is this
I'm
cheese?"
calling my shot in advance. This next drawing that Watto's doing, now that Watto has to do many more drawings, it's less detailed than the other ones. There's less going on in the scene, but this is the only one I'm going to do of Watto. And I'm doing these orders, donations came through. This is the only one that's going to be a portrait of Detour's Watto.
This is a good
we
one.
also have another impression for Watto.
Okay.
I put it in the private chat just so you can pull it up, and then we'll say what it is. I don't know if you can find this online.
I think I can almost definitely find it. Give me a moment to find it.
Okay. I do love that everyone who is setting this is now fully expecting monologues. Also, I do like the man who just donated.
Yes.
Hang on. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna give it to this. He sent $10, but then there was a fee taken out. I don't know what the fee was. Oh, it's AJ. AJ McKeon sent $10, but then there's 59 cents taken out, so it's only $9.41. Do we give it to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm trying to find the full I'm finding excerpts from this monologue. I'm trying to find the full version.
Okay, I just sent another one. Oh no. This George, look at this.
What's happening on screen?
Borat's my wife.
Yeah, I did say that. My wife. My wife. My wife.
So Kirby is at a homeless area in Los Angeles. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this episode.
Yeah.
He found someone who's a former athlete, and he is now homeless.
Got it.
And the way he proved it was him was he threw something and he instinctively caught it.
Kirby's a good guy. Should we rank who's the good guys to who's the bad guys on the show?
Yeah, can I just say the quote that was requested, I found that there is still a for your consideration website with the entire script posted. So I'm about to literally read verbatim from the script, the monologue they're asking for.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
No, talk about Kirby. I'm scrolling.
Okay, George, rank the top 4 characters, good guy to bad guy.
Morally?
Yeah, just in general.
I think Michael Boatman is the best of the men. Best of the main 4 morally.
Yeah.
I think that Kirby's a good guy, but he's got his demons. He's a gambler. He's I think I'd go with Boatman, and then.
Yeah, I want to take it back. I did say Kirby's a good guy. Most of the time, Kirby's not a great guy.
Kind of pointedly a bad guy.
He's a scoundrel. He's a rascal.
I want to take that back.
I'm not sure in terms of Rita and Arliss.
Someone is saying we should save this for the end of the series, and I sort of agree with that.
Okay, ready? Are we ready for the monologue? And I'm going to do this, but skip over the interjections that the other character has, because they're minor, and mostly this is the character I will be speaking. And I like that at this point, these are less impressions and more just asking Watto to do dramatic scenes from movies.
Do we want to say what it is?
I think people will recognize it or they won't, but I want the comedic juice of people realizing what it is when they do it. Wine ready. These are all props for this scene, okay? Okay, and action. So, welcome home. Did Oliver enjoy the trip? You two had a nice friendship. Too smart not to know how rare, how special what you two had was. Parce que c'était lui, parce que c'était moi. Oliver may be very intelligent, and he was more than intelligent. What you two had everything and nothing to do with intelligence. He was good. You were both lucky to have found each other because you two are good. I know that you think he was better than you, but I'm sure that he would say the same thing about you, which flatters the two of you. When you least expect it, nature has cunning ways of finding our weakest spot. Just remember, I am here. And right now, you may not want to feel anything. Perhaps you never wish to feel anything, and perhaps it's not for me or to me that you will want to speak about these things. But feel something you obviously did. Look, you had a beautiful friendship, maybe more than a friendship, and I envy you. In my place, most parents would hope the thing goes away, to pray that their son lands on their feet, but I am not such a parent. In your place, there is pain. Another goal. You should nurse it. And if there is a flame, don't snuff it out. Don't be brutal with it. We rip out so much of ourselves to be cured of things faster that we go bankrupt by the age of 30 and have less to offer each time we start with someone new. To make yourself feel nothing so as not to feel anything. What a waste. Have I spoken out of turn? And let me say one more thing. We'll clear the air, and I may have come close, but I never had what you two had. Something always held me back or stood in the way. And how you live your life is your business. Remember, our hearts and our bodies are given to us only once, and before you know it, your heart is worn out. And as for body, there comes a point where no one wants to look at it, much less come near it. Right now there is sorrow, pain. Don't kill it. And with it, the joy that you felt. We may never speak about this again, but I hope you will never hold it against me that we did. I will have been a terrible father if one day you want to speak to me and felt that door was shut or not sufficiently open. And scene!
Wow. They should ask WATTO to be on Search Party. This is crazy.
I mean, WATTO's got range, baby!
Wow. Now we should say...
That's another incredible piece of writing. That's a good... Did you just wipe away a tear?
We should say... WATTO playing the role originally played by Michael Stuhlbarg, co-star
Call Me by Your Name.
Co-star of the film Shirley.
Yes,
with Robert Wool.
Bobby Wool.
We also should say that during that, a lot of people were going crazy with how many perfect titties you were missing.
How many what?
Perfect titties.
God, don't tell me that.
There was a scene where there were I don't want to say too much about what happened, but at one point one of the comments said Arliss is literally in a porno right now.
George, I will hold my anger at bay. Give me an estimate. How many titties did I miss? Not pairs. How many titties?
4.
4 I can live with. If you had said 6, I might have lost my goddamn mind. But if I only missed 4 titties in the name of raising money for an important cause, I can live with that. People are saying that WATTO should send that out as an audition tape. Yeah, I'm sure that would work really well.
There was one more I put in there, WATTO.
Okay, let me check.
And I'll say this, I'm having trouble finding full-on monologue from this character.
I'm going to ask you, because I have no frame of reference for this one, and I know you have a major frame of reference.
Really?
I'm going to ask you to see if, yes. I'm going to ask you if you can find this for me, and as soon as you find it, I will do it.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know what to look for.
WATTO would have been, let me think, because WATTO would actually have been good in the movie, the Entourage movie. Like, there was this part that Piven...
I mean, you're ruining what it is, but WATTO auditioned for the Entourage movie, and people said, like, they really want you. I think you have a good chance of getting this. Like, you're really in the mix. And then they cast Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
And WATTO was having, like, a mortal crisis about whether or not he wanted to be in the Entourage movie. Like, he was spending too much time worrying about it because they made him feel like it was a done deal. And then he felt stupid when they didn't even want him to be in it.
Wow. WATTO, you shouldn't have moral crises about if you've been in movies or not. That seems exhausting.
Yeah, WATTO never has moral crises about being in movies. WATTO is completely without shame and guilt.
Okay, here we go. I found
but not without shame and guilt, but not without shame and guilt.
Hey,
Okay.
Wait a second.
WATTO, this is the longest speech I can find.
Okay, and you said without shame and guilt. I'm going to eat a piece of guilt while doing this monologue to make up for the fact that I probably will do a bad job on this one.
Guys, I believe if you look on the screen right now...
Monique!
Yeah?
Academy Award winner! Is this the first? No, it's not the first Academy Award winner to be on an episode of ARLI, right?
No.
And this is Kenneth Choi, a great character actor, is it not?
I'm not.
I think that's Kenneth Choi.
It looks like him, but I'm not sure.
Okay, I am going to make up for the fact that this monologue will be shitty because I've never seen the episode of Entourage that it comes from by eating guilt during the monologue. WATTO is now essaying the role of Vinny Chase from Entourage, except if he was eating guilt. Now, this is a monologue as Vinny Chase, not Vinny Chase playing another character, right?
Yes, this is as Vinny Chase.
You're the ARLI expert. I'm sorry, the Entourage expert.
Yeah.
I'm more of an ARLI expert. Okay, ready?
I get it.
You know what I think? I think I would rather quit the business than to do more shit that I don't love. I mean, I've done that. You know what? And it sucks. You know, I mean, I was only partially joking about Neola Butte, Ari. I'd go do a play. I would rather do a play than this bullshit. I mean, don't forget, I come from nothing, you know? And as much as I love all the toys, you know, and I do, I don't really need them.
Great job, WATTO.
I was really letting the guilt do the heavy lifting.
Yeah. So, guys, we're on the finale.
We're in the finale. It's exciting.
Yeah. Let me see where we're at. Hang on. Maybe we'll save all of the. If you guys send in more of these, we'll do them after the finale.
We'll do them at the end. Okay. But you're keeping track. And tell me how many drawings we're up to now.
I believe we're at like 11, I want to say.
Okay.
And we're at 258328.
Wow. I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
We're making shit happen this